You know what? Let's see if this whole throat holds through, shall we? Hi, chat. Hope you're doing well. I'm better. I'm a lot better today. Holy moly. 14 hours in bed makes for one hell of a tonic, doesn't it? I think I'm pretty good. I don't know if my throat's gonna hold up, but, we're nothing if not hopeful here. I got tea, I got medicaments, and I got water. Might even benefit myself with a scotch if it gets growly in here. Anyway, sorry for yesterday. I was a little bit in the dumps, throat-wise, and I figured that, fuck it. I got an important end of the week ahead of me, and I wanted to. Well, if I was gonna be sick, I'd prefer it to be over quick, and the best way to make sure that sickness goes quick is to just let it ravage me, like one of your French girls. To just get it out of your system, You just rinse it out. And I feel like it may have actually helped. So I figured that, hey, considering I've been in bed half the day, let's do something productive. And let's see if we can stream a little bit, because, I feel a little bit bad about shortchanging you yesterday. So here we are, right back at the channel, this little corner of the universe of Twitch and all things internet, where we try to apply literary criticism and the tools that it provides us to the games that we play. That is to say that we apply close reading, structuralist analysis, deconstruction, anything that we can, really, to try to make sense of the games that we play here. And right now we're playing Bioshock Infinite. And it's a hoot. But before we get into Infinite, there is a ulterior motive to this channel. Not unfortunate. I was about to apologize for it. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna apologize for it, but there is an ulterior motive for it. This is technically a promotional channel. I never started streaming to become a professional streamer. Instead, I started streaming to promote my other material, and in concept with actually releasing my own material. You see, I'm an author, I'm a writer. I've been a novelist for the past 10 years. I've written 8 books in that time. And I started streaming when I released my first book. Well, my 6th down the line, but the first one that has ever been released to the general public, The Last Box. A cyberpunk thriller about the spontaneous eruption of sapience in a random slug of gaming code and the people who are unfortunate enough to have to try to reconcile with that fact. I think it's a rather good book. I recommend it. I highly recommend it, but again, I'm biased, of course. But it's certainly the first book that I've ever written that I can return to many, many years after having written it and still think is a fucking banger. So I'm happy with this one. I really, really am. Please check it out. It does a few things different than with a standard AI formula. It is not as conflict-oriented as most other AI media is, and it is about spontaneous sapience, not constructed, all of which permits us to approach the subject matter from a bit of a different angle. So, please check it out. Where can you check it out, fam? Well, where not? First link down below is going to get you to Amazon.com, where you can get it either as ebook or print-on-demand copy. But on Amazon you can also get it, you can get a free sample of it. It's like 4.5 chapters, almost 50 pages. You can just download as a PDF and enjoy to your heart's content. And I'd highly recommend doing that at the very least. That's no investment but time, If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it bad enough that you want to get the rest of it and read the, the conclusion of it, but you don't want to get on Amazon.com, or we're not chat, second link down below is going to hook you up with an aggregate feed, books to read, where you can get it either as ebook or print-on-demand copy at a bunch of different vendors. Ton of them. Can't keep track of them all, and keep adding new ones or changing their names occasionally, but the most prominent ones are probably Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, and Rakuten Kobo. So please check it out there. Cautiously optimistic about this throat situation. Hi, Vesper. Oh, God. Hi, Vesper. Let's see if I can get through that clean. Hi, Vesper. How are you doing? I should lower my volume. I thought I wasn't going to be that loud tonight. I really shouldn't be, though. We'll see how long we can keep this trucking. How are you doing, Vesper? Are you doing well? On this here, what day is it? Wednesday? I want to bet it's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, that scans. You know, fun thing though. I had a class today, like 6-hour class. No, well, 7 really, from 9 to 4. Yesterday evening I figured that, hey, if I wake up feeling cruddy, you know what? I'm just gonna stay at home. Fuck it. I don't need it. I am gonna ask the teacher whether or not I can, you know, listen along on Teams, but otherwise, fuck it. Never mind. So I send a message to my professor over Teams at about, well, an hour before class starts. Like, excuse me, can I just listen in on Teams? I'm not gonna come in today. 5 minutes afterwards, I hear that class is cancelled because the teacher is sick too. So, yay! It's Wednesday, not good though. Oh no, it's no good Wednesday. Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry, Vesper. Oh, there's nothing more disappointing than a bad Wednesday, you know? Kinda. Everything is fine. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna wait with those until the tea is out. Oof. Anyway, we are playing Bioshock Infinite right now. And we just took a dive, right? I've been thoroughly enjoying the game, the shooty bang bang gameplay is not up to snuff. It really isn't. It is uninspiring and disinteresting. The character work, though, is really fucking good, and despite the counter arguments that I'm hearing from viewers here on the stream, I do think that it does wonderful story work. It just tells a story with different motivations or ambitions than I think most people are used to, you know? Had to report staff for gross misconduct, so no good. Oh, I'm so sorry, Vesper. Oh, that fucking honks. I'm so sorry, yeah. Well, you know, what can they expect when they just don't show up, right? Or maybe that wasn't even the thing. Maybe that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm so sorry, Vesper. It honks. It honks when circumstances or people force you into the position of having to do that. It really honks. Oh no, much worse. Oh fuck. And I thought not showing up theft? Oh, yeah, but yeah, that's also a baddie. That's also a baddie. Why the fuck? Why the... Okay, I don't understand. If you expect a place of employment to keep paying you, why would you ever risk that by petty theft, you know? Oh my god, people, right? Then try to blame someone else. Oh my fucking god. Vesper, are you working with absolute fucking children? Oh, there are plenty of adults, though, that act childishly, I guess, but... Oh. Oof. 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 So I'm assuming then, Vesper, that you're sitting there with scotch in your hand and just, you know, unwinding. I'm gonna hope to provide some unwindment for ya on this here, our Harsh Toke Wednesday. My god. What's with professionalism? Whatever happened with professionalism, you know? I say as I skipped out on last night's stream. Funnily enough, the children act better. That's a shitty indication, you know? Look at them! Look at them! They're half your size and a third your age, and they're acting more appropriately than you are! Oh my god, take your Tonka trunk and kick rocks! Right? Anyway, we're playing Bioshock Infinite. We, just at the end of our last stream, jumped down our first rabbit hole. And primarily Jindosh and MacDaddy been proponents of the criticism of that. And I can see their point of view. I do, however, think that Bioshock Infinite tries for something beyond just plot for plot's sake. And I, for one, really appreciate that. A plot, I'm one of those readers or viewers or players or whatever that don't care as much about plot anymore as I do about thematics and messaging, if that makes any sense. Now, unless a plot goes out of its way to be absolutely fucking nonsense and goes so hard as to undermine itself and its nonsensory, I don't mind, right? Everything doesn't have to be explained or explicable. And as we move along here into Bioshock Infinite, now that Booker and Elizabeth have taken a deep plunge into the multiversal travel and undermined fundamentally undermined causality by doing so. The question becomes, or the question that's popped up due to primarily here on stream, Jindosh's and MacDaddy's criticisms, valid criticisms, and some of the arguments that I've heard at the back of my head over the course of these past 10 years. I understand that people feel lost and frustrated by what they perceive to be hand-wavium. Shit doesn't make sense. It becomes this tangled mess of a plot. My argument, as far as I understand this game and as far as I've seen so far from us playing it, there's a point to that. And I would like to argue that that point has been felt throughout the game. It doesn't start with this initial plunge, it starts way before that, even in tone, in theme, and in telling. Because I want you all to remember that the game started us off. In our initial scene, when we rode up to this lighthouse by the Lutesses, who we don't know are the Lutesses at the time, and no one talks to us, they talk over our head or past us, no one really interacts with us, we have this outer-worldly feel. Hi, Jindosh! I can see what you're saying about coherent narrative not being important if it has symbolism and thematics is stronger. That's the House of Leaves talking. House of Leaves is so fucking good. Ooh, I love House of Leaves. I did a whole ass essay on House of Leaves, and I would love to make a bachelor's thesis on it. But the criticism is leveled because it was an attempt at coherent narrative. Huh. Well, I think the narrative is coherent. The plot is not. I know you did, J.P.S, right? Yeah, I keep gushing about the House of Leaves because I did actually put in the effort to try to understand it. And there is some good scholarly study on that book. Imtrad Huber, for example, a scholar, I think they're based in Bern now, wrote a fantastic book that didn't just deal with House of Leaves, but a quarter of it was dedicated to the House of Leaves. Anyway, well, that's not really the point. But I would argue that there is a coherent narrative, but there's not a coherent plot. The series of events in the game are disconnected enough. They're sort of chopped up because of the multiverse travel, that the plot becomes disjointed, causing us to experience feelings of disconnection. Disconnection that I believe is visualized and represented also with Elizabeth and Booker at times. But that disconnectment is not an accident. There's an intent behind it, I'd like to argue. Oh, good, you're both here. Fuck yes, I'm happy. Yes! Yes! Have got the lighthouse bit yet? Can't wait for that. The big lighthouse bit is the very end. The very, very end. Like, end of the game cinematic. But I mean, the first lighthouse bit, I feel, also proves that point. We talked about when we did that first bit, when we did that first intro sequence into Bioshock Infinite, we talked about feeling disconnected, feeling disoriented, and even more so being shot up into the sky by a giant fucking rocket and just entering into this quote-unquote heavenly landscape. The whole point of that exercise is to make us feel disconnected. It's put there to make us feel like something wonky is going on. It's a Twilight moment, essentially, right? All of these are Twilight moments. And sure, there's been a while, there's been a few hours of gameplay between our initial arrival in Colombia and feeling absolutely out of place like this, and to the, jumping down the first rabbit hole with both Elizabeth and Booker multiverse traveling. But considering that introduction into Colombia, I feel we're already placed down the path of feeling disconnected and uprooted with the world around us. Nothing feels real, right? It feels like a dream world turning into a nightmare world. And even, especially from our perspective as players, right, we see this fucking temple to John Wilkes Booth, and we're walking around like, what the fuck is even going on? I mean, it reads like the worst fucking MAGA fever dream you ever fucking heard of, right? It feels unreal, the fact that they've taken these real-world characters and symbols and just smashed them together into this homunculi of American exceptionalism. Which is not dissimilar from what Rapture did. I mean, the historical inference is that heaven is above and being shot into its strong image. Exactly, right. It's sort of almost an out-of-body experience in the way that it low-key infers that you're dead and went to heaven, and then heaven is run by mad religious fundamentalist racists, right? Bro, you forgot about the both fangirling in this? I mean, I knew it in the back of my head, but it sure took me for a swing when we walked into it. It's absolutely bizarre. So we've already feeling this bizarreness, right? And then when we go into this portal and things just shift again, they've already shifted from a point of view that's already disjointed. And that disjointment just carries on and gets worse and worse and worse. But that's the point. I will want to argue that that's the point. It's sort of shepherding us into this feeling of nothing is real. Not even the ground I stand on is interchangeable. Nothing is solid to us. I think it was a stark reminder that the people were back then were staunch nationalists and meeting the founding fathers. They would seem pretty racist to us, but potentially. Then again, the founding fathers, as I understand it, yeah, racist, sure, they were slave owners, but they were not necessarily as fundamentalist as some of the modern religious nuts in America. Hi, Finnick! Nothing is fine, everything is fucked. Right, guys, I didn't show you this off last time. I only showed it off on Wednesday. Do you see what Frederick got me? What Finnick got me this Saturday? Oh, you can't. It's difficult to see. I wonder if I can give it some background. Maybe you can see it better. No, that gets weird. Let's see. No, it's a little kitty. It's a little kitty sitting on a board in the ocean with sharks swimming, and it says, "It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine." I feel like someone encroached on my trademark there. It's really fucking cute. It's really fucking cute. It's here, McDaddy. I always felt that they meant to give people going there like they are literally higher than everyone else, above the heavens, on the ground. Yeah, I mean, that symbolism. Again, all of the Bioshock games are not subtle about their symbolism. They're not. They're not really. Yeah, the symbolism in the setting, it's satire, right? It's going above and beyond. Pin it on my there's not a great place for it. It doesn't... I mean, I would argue right over my head. It's... Where? Here? Like that? is a little odd. I think it would hurt my head too with a little nib. It's not stiff enough to support a pin, I think. Ken Levine, subtle as a brick. Yeah, I mean, he does subtle work in this with the whole multiversal travel. I think the one reason why enough people feel put off with the multiversal travel, I feel is a indication that he was a little bit too subtle about it. Well, I don't think he's too subtle about it, but his political thesis statements are not subtle. His political satire, that's not subtle. It wasn't subtle with objectivism in Bioshock 1, and it's not subtle about American exceptionalism in this one. Let's see here, MacDaddy. I'll give the game one thing. They do a great job of show, not tell. They do. Very good. And character interactions, character work, I also think is fucking fantastic. Like outside of the multiverse spaghetti, they subplots be slapping, yeah. Anyway, let's actually get into it. Oh my god, my throat. Let's see how this throat keeps up with me tonight. Might be a little shorter run as well tonight. We'll see. We'll see how long my throat survives. So we were gonna go now in after one jump. Actually, let's keep track of him in times we jump. Let's see if we can keep track of that. We have jumped once, as far as we know. You know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Let's say that we've jumped once. Now we're going to Shantytown's police station to grab back Shen's tools. Because Shen is also feeling this disjointment, right? He's represented with this. He's both things, right? He's alive and he's dead. He is working on his tools when he doesn't have his tools. There is that disjointment represented in Shen as a character. Now, it seems to us that neither Elizabeth or Booker, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, we'll keep him on the nosebleeds, are not feeling the effects of that. Right now. Right now. We will get to it, but keep that in mind. But Shen is certainly feeling it, so we're going down to the slums to fetch his tools. And there are some great scenes, I believe, in this place, if I don't misremember. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, paradox. Again, is there such a thing as a paradox when you're jumping universes? Isn't that beyond paradox? But we'll see. We'll see if it works. We'll see. We'll see. Wait, Jesus Christ, that sensitivity was...
You must think me some sort of freak. A girl who can bring dead men back to life. Whose only acquaintance is a giant bird creature. It must seem ridiculous.
You just got dealt a bad hand.
I am not going back to that tower no matter what happens.
They won't stop until they have it.
Why? What did I do to them?
You frightened them.
Good.
Foreshadowing. Also, I like her insecurity about it.
This is what they want, brothers.
She expresses their insecurity, right? She wants to fit in. She wants to be normal. She obviously isn't, and she expresses that insecurity to Booker. All of it reasonable, makes sense, makes absolute sense. It is a humanizing factor for her, and we're gonna need a lot of humanizing factors for Elizabeth moving forward.
To keep you so hungry, you can't speak but to beg. To keep you so ignorant, you can't think of solutions to all your problems. To keep you chasing that almighty silver eagle so you can buy everything they're selling to keep you down, brothers. But
There's money right here.
Says there's another way.
Dude.
Another way
Dude.
coming real soon.
Okay, we've spoken about ludonarrative dissonance. He says that there's no food down here. Do you think we're gonna find food items in every other chest that we loot? I think so. That is ludonarrative dissonance. I got spoiled rich kid volunteerism vibes off of her bleeding heart concerns for the poor. Yes, sure. For now, but can you blame her considering she has... I mean, she's never really experienced... She's experienced material privilege by the fact that her tower had a, you know, full complement of stuff. But she's never witnessed the opposite. She's peeked through tears potentially, but she's never really understood money, right? It was a gilded cage, absolutely, Jen Dosh. But again, can't really blame her for that. And I don't think that anything can come off as anything other than rich kid volunteerism if you haven't actually experienced poverty. She has only seen the world through tears and books, so like, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, again, good characterization in that case, I'd say, because it makes absolute sense.
Maybe Daisy's right. Maybe she should pay him back for all of this.
Yeah,
Not
maybe.
before she pays us. We're here for guns and then the airship.
I guess we could head straight for the police station. Or see what's in that bar. What do you think?
Oh, we're definitely going to the bar.
Come on out! Stop him!
What do you mean?
Heads up!
Privileged types.
Spare some coin, friend. Not all of us are gainfully employed down here.
Sure, I could do that.
A man's gotta eat.
Will you let me? Give you a I guess not. You know what, you could have just given me a flick them a coin prompt there. But I guess that's not what we're doing. Oh, rotten pineapple. Okay. Better. Gun? Money? Ammo? Oh, yeah, Elizabeth, dude, they opened fire. Another good anachronistic cover. Fuck, this is good. Tainted Love. Holy shit, those covers are good. Hi, friends. At least you got boost, though. That looks like an interactable. Oh, no? Okay, well. Okay, no food in there either. Okay, good, I guess. You're dead. You got money. Probably should have left that. Let's see, what do we have here? Anything interesting? No. This is for the machine gun. We're not using the machine gun. This is a legally distinct machine gun, right? What are you? Vigor? Do we have anything cool here? No. I didn't do a goddamn thing, dude. I just peeked. Okay? We're good. We Gucci. I'm gonna go down in the basement and have a little moment. Okay? Everything is fine. I love this. I think this is it. Or maybe it's us coming back. No, it's here. Oh. Keys.
A guitar. Wish I knew how to play. I might dispel some of the gloom.
Oh. Enjoy, chat. Enjoy yourselves.
Will the circle be unbroken by and by? By and by is a better home awaiting
I mean, it's not a long moment, but it is a moment. Also, yeah, maybe she is privileged rich kid, effectively. But...
I think there's a lockpick over there.
Where? Who where? Where's it? Where's it? I would still argue that she actually does care. She does care in some way, shape, or form, right? She has that sociopathic streak to her, where interpersonal interactions are sort of analytical to her, overly analytical to her, but she most definitely is not insensitive to the plight of humanity. That's more lockpick. Holy shit, there's a lot of lockpick.
When you force deep underground, well, you see things from the bottom up. And down at the bottom of the city, I saw a fire burning. The fire's got heat aplenty, but it ain't got no mouth. Daisy. Now she got herself a mouth big enough for all the fires in Columbia.
Okay. I love that scene, by the way. I love that hymn. Holy shit, I love that hymn. Courtney Draper did some great songs, the voice actor for Elizabeth. He did some great work in this game. There's a song in Bury Let's See that she made that's just so fucking good.
Come on! Hurry up!
There's a tear over there.
Hit it harder! Hit it harder! Barely making a goddamn dent.
Open it.
Okay.
Food! Out of my way!
It's a little bit weird that they put that in context for us getting to the broken dollar bill, munitions armory, whatever the fuck. Wouldn't that be a benefit in and of itself, to just give them food? Wait, can you just do this, Elizabeth? You could fix hunger. You could, well... I guess you're taking hunger away from somewhere else, I suppose, but... Still. So, Fortunate Son is later when we come back.
They don't give a damn if we live or die.
Everything I got is done in
Can I give you something?
Everything I
No.
got is
Okay.
done in pawn my watch, pawn my chain, pawn everything that was in my name. Oh, out of me, didn't I share?
I don't understand. Why some people are treated like men. Others like animals.
There's
Oh,
plenty of places down below where you'll find more of the same.
Like a wounded knee.
Yeah. Like
For
a
example.
knee.
So right, we know that she is completely disconnected with, you know, some of the realities of supremacist government. Which, again, makes sense, right? Seed, lamb, whatever you call her, we don't need her. I mean... Leash. Heave. Jib. The fuck? Yeah, especially... I don't need a tutorial for that every goddamn time. Transdimensional food relief program. I mean, I bet the UN would love that.
Okay, there's the impact.
But it is, I mean, even that is essentially taking food from other people's mouths. Doesn't the multiverse travel, that the fact that she opened a rift there, doesn't that imply that somewhere in another universe there's a shantytown that got food shipments, and she just took that food shipment from that shantytown and put it into this shantytown? And the implications of her taking food from one set of hungry mouths to another set of hungry mouths? Right? In journalism, we talk about, how do you translate that? There are factors that are supposed to help you help guide journalists and editors to pick their newsworthy pieces. There are a bunch of different parameters to that. If it's a famous person, if it's in the zeitgeist, if it's about a fad. But one of those factors is how close it is to people. Now, local news can be a lot smaller in scope than great national news or international news, for example. The idea behind it is that people generally associate with events more strongly if it happens closer geographically and temporally and whatever else illy to them. It can be culturally, it can be socioeconomically, etc., etc., etc. Which is an unfortunate part of human psychology. If that is true, I think it is, but I mean, I'd see an argument. But here, Elizabeth goes one further. She seems to suggest, or well, maybe she doesn't think about it, but the act of doing so, well, I guess Booker asked her to do so, is that the people who are starving in this shantytown are invariably more important than the people starving in another shantytown. It would be interesting if we got an indication that the next shantytown we visit in another universe would have lacked that food and would have caused something.
That's what I appreciate about you.
Thank you so much for the resubscription, Z! Welcome back, 2 months! Whoop whoop! Oh, thank you so much, Z. That is so freaking cool. How's it been 2 months since I got here and finished to saying, yeah, dude, please don't today. My throat can't. Please make me, please, subscriber, don't make me sing the tune again. My little throat's got conniptions. Please, Mom, please don't make me sing. Probably shouldn't do that voice either. She's the reason they don't have food. Yeah, right, McDaddy? Right? Isn't that the implication there? Isn't that just importance assessment? People respond to news locally to them because it has potential to influence them. Hypothetically, but that's not... I mean, your neighbor's cat running up a tree is not important to you other than... more important to you. It won't affect your life more so than someone in Kolkata's cat running up a tree, right? Like, you don't panic if you hear a hurricane in the Philippines. You don't. You don't feel necessarily as emotionally invested in the people's plight either. Which is, again, a failing in human psychology, I think. I understand where it comes from, but in a globalized society, it's not a benefit to us. And with global problems to deal with, you know. But if you heard a hurricane in Gothenburg, then you would be more concerned. Yeah, also would be more excited, actually. But then I'm just a understudy of the Four Horsemen, really. Yeah, thank you so much, C, for the resubscription. Holy fuck, that's so cool. Thank you so much.
We're gonna have to get through an army to get those tools.
Like a bug, and
We can do that.
tools for our own. Make no mistake, soldiers. The box and weapons go together like fire and gunpowder. One spark, and we'll have a blaze we cannot control.
I think I'm Jindosh. I think I'm some sort of a weird dude. I'm sort of riding, maybe not even a horse. I'm like riding a unicycle. I'm like the Paisley rider. Hi, friends. Jesus Christ, you're screaming. Put you out of your fucking misery there. Holy moly. Oh. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean I can't hit him? Bullshit.
Need this?
Appreciate
The
it.
Paisley rider rode in upon his children's tricycle, honking his horn of doom. Doom, doom! You're not allowed to shoot me. I'm not allowed to shoot you. It's supremely unfair. I wanna... Wait, who's shooting at us like that? Oh, those things are... Oh, delightful. Hi, Liz. I would suggest that you not stick around here, Liz, but... You know what? That's mine now. Ooh, please. Gobble, gobble. Wow, she's got a big gun. She's got a big iron. Yeah, we're pretty good, Liz. Oh, Jeebus. Yeah, please.
Perfect timing.
Whee! Whee! Did I get him? I didn't. What the fuck? Ooh, I like that.
On it.
Oh, bouge moi. Wait, I can't get up there? I cannot get up there? That's unfortunate for me. Oh, hi there. Oh, what the fuck happened here? This is gonna be interesting.
Well, Fitzroy, you got a little cunning in you, if nothing else.
A little what now?
Dropped a couple grizzly traps around the lines up here. Idea was to bleed one of your couriers till he gave you up. Except, of course, you're using kids now.
Eesh.
Now I got this tiny engine boy eyeballing me. Tried to take his leg off. Damn thing's just lying here between us. I sure wish he'd cry or something.
Oh, Preston, you fucked up. Preston, you fucked up. Gonna be any more buys coming up? Whee! Coming up. Whee! Hi, Melee. I'm kind of fine. It's, you know, your symptoms takes some time to wind down after you've been sick, and I'm squarely in the wind down stage here, but my throat is a little bit wonky. We're the good guys! Beats a man to death with a blunt instrument and immolates him. Okay, to be fair, Booker's never said that he's a good guy. Booker has never said that he's a good guy. Yeah, that would fuck you up. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, the kid just not crying. Oh, fuck Preston, I suppose. Who gives a shit about him, but yeah. That would honk.
Ammo, take it.
Please. Ooh. Yes.
Now!
There you go. Patriot!
Oh, who gives a shit? Oh, come on. What is this? Oh, another one? Yeah, sure.
All right.
Rip it out. Come on. Oh, Spiper rifles. Imagine that. How are we gonna fuck this panda? Ooh.
Do it now.
On it.
How would we fuck this panda? Well, get it? Blaboom! Bro, Preston isn't a bad guy. He's hunting people. He's a faker that was hired to do a shitty job and discovered his humanity through strife. Really? He did kill some people outside of the Hall of Heroes that were coming to kill him. He was hired to hunt down Fitzroy, right? He's a poser. Have we gotten that audio log yet? That has him explain that he never hunted anything in his life? Isn't Preston the guy that has the carnival exhibit of all the man-hunting stuff? I think he does. I think we ran into his apartment previously. You what? Didn't hear you. Didn't quite catch that. Oh, that would have given me my toes some curlies there. Okay, we got a Gatling gun and apparently a log.
Looks simple enough. There.
He's a carny? Oh my god, poor fucking bastard. Yeah, okay. Poor dude. I mean, he took the job though, still. To be fair. He's a character once he actually does some manhunting and runs into the kids. He realizes he was on the wrong side of history. Right! We saw his carny stand in the first area. Of course, we don't know whether or not he used to do hunting, proper hunting, right? At least we haven't encountered anything like that. We just know that he ran with the carny crowd to show off his trophies. But that's not outside the sphere of, you know, people like Buffalo Bill did that back in the turn of the century, right? People who had done amazing things and then just basically got a job in public speaking, as it were, and just ran with carnies to show off the quote-unquote their skill. It's basically their retirement program. He wasn't a manhunter in the carny, he was a big game hunter. Yeah, well, okay, fair enough, I guess. Still. Hunted things for sport. Trophy hunters don't rank terribly high, in my opinion. I think I'd actually respect an actual, honest-to-God manhunter more than I would a trophy hunter, to be fair. Right. All visitors must submit to search. Well, submit to this! I'm gonna ask you to say hello to my little friend. Fitzroy spotted. Fitzroy spotted! Vile Vox Populi leader Daisy Fitzroy! Blah blah blah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The great prophet has foreseen her end! Only he can protect us! Well, why didn't he foresee that she was gonna be around to begin with? You know? I could totally be misremembering it, but I thought that he was a legendary big game hunter, but the reality was he was hunting the biggest game of all, man. Like, that was the rug pull. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna keep an eye out for anything... for anything coming up on Preston in that case, because that would make his character a lot more interesting. Oh, cover.
Brace yourself!
Guys, I got a minigun. I don't need cover. Cover? What cover? What cover? I'm sorry, what cover? I don't know what you're talking about. What cover? Someone mentioned something about cover? What cover? Me? But aren't you the ones who need cover, though? I think you understand. Oh shit, we're running out of Fuck. Oh no! Oh no, we're running out of gas! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, there's one of those fuckers. Okay. Wow. That is why you call it a boomstick, ladies and gents. That's here, MacDaddy. Isn't that what the guy said in the log? He says a guy gave him an offer to hunt the biggest game, and that got him hot and bothered. Then he runs into the child and is like, "Oh fuck this, hit different." There's a way for us to look up the this system fucking honks, by the way. So the trap one was the one we just picked up. Let's think. Here we go. No, there we go. Old Preston is a sporting man. Fitzroy. I won't seal up on you while you slumber. That's where we found. That was the the Vox we found in his apartment. I know we've had more from him. Haven't for a long while though. There we go. Come by my wagon at dawn. The man is just, he's transfixed by my trophy scalps. So yes, that seems to indicate that he actually did hunt people. Well, hunt, but you know, collect trophies from people. Even white ones. So far we have no indication that he's not the asshole that he pretends to be. But we'll see. If he's not, that is interesting. Cassius, Cook, Morgan. It's really only Fitzroy there that we know of, I think. Ooh. Ooh. More shieldy, I think. Yeah, more shieldy.
Perfect.
I mean, MacDaddy, it's possible that there's a future Vox of him where he says that all of those were just bought props or something, that he didn't take them himself, that he's still Carney. It's possible. But I'm more focused on the fact that I haven't missed it so far. It may still become the case.
It's over for you.
But so far in our game, in our playthrough, there is no indication of that. Oh, no. How awful for you. So I left the shower on. Oh, there's no knob on this shower? That's fucked. You read a wiki, Yendosh? He is a bad guy, but the kid losing his leg caused him to reevaluate and devolved into multiverse nonsense. MacDaddy was largely correct. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see as it progresses, right? We'll keep an eye on it. But you know what, chat? It is coming up in our first ad break, and I'm gonna go make myself some more tea for, you know, posterity, as it were. So we're gonna run that ad break. I'm also gonna grab myself one of these cough mints. It's not that it is the wet, soggy cough to it, which is good. I hate the dry, sharp cough. That fucking kills me. But I think I might just miss that progression of events. So, cough syrup and tea making. And I should see you back here in 3 minutes, chat. Please don't go anywhere in the meanwhile. I'm sorry. I wish we didn't have to do these ad breaks. But, you know, Twitch is going to have its pound of flesh. So I'll see you all here in 3 minutes, sharp and shiny. And we'll carry on with more multiverse nonsense, yeah? Please don't go anywhere. Well, we're back. Please remind me in like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. No, probably not that, but a few minutes. Then I need to go fetch my water. My pressure cooker broke a few weeks ago, turning the process of creating a mug of tea for me from a 2-minute effort to a 8 or something minute effort. It's fine. I just need to remember to go get it. Now, let's get back to it, shall we? We're right smack dab in the middle of getting Shen's tools. And I'm sure everything is fine. I'm sure. Why do you have a bucket under the shower head? That's what wind on. And what is this fucking room for? Is it lockpick storage? What is this? Defending our values? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Think you can crack this one open?
That won't take but a minute.
Great.
There you go.
What is this? RPG? Look at gear. Whatever, man. This is what we're really here for. More spell. More spell. Oh, and rifle instead. Yeah, I think we do want rifle, actually. I think that might be more up our alley for this. There we go. Finding anything interesting there? There was a hot dog in it. Do you want that hot dog? What is this? Crank gun? That's probably not interesting. What are you cranking about? Nothing in here? Okay. Well, let's go downstairs then. Whee! Oh, well that looks like stuff.
There they are, the tools.
Now we just have to get them back to the Vox, and then we get our airship.
Is that how that's gonna go, do you think?
Keep a lookout. All done. Who are we really helping by getting guns for the Vox Populi?
Us?
It's gonna help us.
Daisy can make a change, can't she? Make things better for the people here.
Well...
Sure.
So, that little tidbit, it gave us a look that Booker doesn't trust anything. It's not gonna get better. It's just guns from person's A hands to person's B hands, and it's gonna amount to pretty much the same. It doesn't matter who holds the guns, it's gonna go topsy-turvy no matter what. While Elizabeth is trying to hold on for dear life to the idea that one application of force is more beneficial than another application of force, right? Let's see if she can hold on to that point of view. Shall we? Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, lockpicks. Imagine you having so many lockpicks and still not being able to pick your way out of this lock. I guess you're no lock-picking whiz, like Liz. What's this? Money! Just bag of money. This absolute bag of money. Well, I guess this is it, isn't it?
Well, we sure as hell aren't gonna be able to carry all this back to the shop. God, we didn't think this all the way through.
Oh.
It looks like a tear to another version of this room that doesn't have any tools in it.
Doesn't it?
If the tools aren't in there,
then they must be back
at the shop.
Booker, if we go into this tear up, I don't think there's any turning back. Are you sure you want to go now?
So, again, Elizabeth points out to us that once we leap through these passages, we can't just go back. We are essentially jumping into what world is ours. We I think most people aren't terribly happy with that idea, would like something concrete under our feet. Now, what that concrete thing is, that absolutely fucking varies, right? Back in the day, people had, you know, king and country, or they had family, or they had religion. We tend to want those solid things around us to lend meaning to our experience and our world and our efforts in that world. Which is one of the problems of multiverse or time travel storytelling, that it tends to rip away those foundations. Which is also why I'd argue that time travel or multiverse travel narratives are fundamentally postmodernist works. Now, if you have no plan beyond just that as a gimmick, you very often end up hosing yourself. But again, here I think the whole point is putting us in that perspective. Putting us in that perspective that nothing is ours, nothing matters. And in that case, if not even the ground underneath our feet, if not in the reality that we're living is ours or real, what is? That is the existential crisis of postmodernism, as it were. It is a crisis that we as society still haven't been able to recover from or been able to work through. There have been efforts to try to accomplish that, but so far no one has succeeded completely. And I find it an absolutely fascinating venue of creative work. Now, my tea is boiling, so give me just a minute. Give me a smidge of a minute, and I'm going to go fetch it. There we are. Tea get. Also, there's no indication at all that we will be jumping back into the universe that we were originally from, right? We just keep jumping down holes and getting further and further away from our quote-unquote home, as it were. But, you know, there's no way but forward. So I guess this will be jump number 2. And remember, there is no real reason to believe that this will fix things for us. If this is an alternative universe, there's no reason to believe that we still have a deal with Fitzroy, right? We made that deal 2 universes ago, essentially.
Well, that did something.
Come on, let's head back to the gunsmith and finish our deal. I aim to be on that airship and well shut up this place for long.
What is this?
If the Vox get their weapons, there's going to be a revolution just like Les Miserables. These people
just like that?
Better lives.
Yeah, sure. Sure, well, I'm thinking that they already are having that party upstairs. What is this? Okay. Let's try it out. Oh no, something else changed? Imagine that. So, what you're saying is that our reckless jumping between universes are having unforeseen consequences? Or I guess they're not necessarily. I mean, we have done nothing to this universe yet, right? We are essentially just jumping ourselves between places. So we're just changing. We're not changing the circumstance for any other people around us. We're just changing our circumstances. Ooh.
You ever see a forest at the beginning of a fire? Before the first flame, you see them possums and squirrels running through the trees. They know what's coming. But the fat bears with their bellies full of honey, well, you can't hardly wake them up from their comfortable hibernation. We're going to Emporium, and then we gonna see what it takes to rouse them from their slumber.
Someone sure had their revolution. Oh. Oh, right, you're one of the dead beasts.
Like it never was. How is it gone?
Yeah, you don't like... Would you like to explain this, Liz? No? You wouldn't? Are you sure? Because I would love an... No, okay. I guess she actively does not want to, Oh, he's also... He's a Vox anarchist now? Interesting. What did he do in this world that changed his allegiances? Interesting. Curious.
Can you feel it? Daisy's moved these people. Things can change, Booker. And you can be a part of it.
I don't want to be a part of it. Once we get our airship, we'll be well shut of this place.
I would not be so quick to jump on the gun there, Liz, to think that things have gotten better. That's a fucking mine, that is. Who keeps leaving their mines just lying around? Leave impound, yeah. Let's go see how things are going topsy-turvy, shall we? I'm sure everything is fine. I'm sure nothing is fucked, everything is fine. But again, this universe existed without us. Oh, shit! Whoa, okay. Someone else dealt with them, good. This universe ostensibly existed without us in it. So this is just what happened in another reality. Now, we may find this jarring, which we should, I mean. But there's no reason to believe that our jump caused this. Oh wow, well this is an open revolution. Can we just fuck off? Whoa, Jeebus. Oh. This thing kind of fucking trucks. Oh, here we go. Chat. Shut up.
Grab that lockpick. Some folks are born with silver spoon in hand. Love only help themselves. But when the tax man comes to the door, love the house looks like a promised sale, yeah. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no millionaire.
Fuck, that's good. Also, that's curious. What do you mean, March of the Revolution? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, interesting. Propagandist is what they held people up here for. Do we want to have a conversation about this?
You're Booker DeWitt, the hero of the Vox!
What the hell are they talking about?
Look at that poster. In this world, you're a hero.
Oh, no.
I remember I led the Vox.
Oh.
Slate and I burned down the Hall of Heroes.
Booker.
Nope.
Your nose.
Hard to think of. Just two memories in the same
Booker,
place.
come back to me. We're going to find Daisy Fitzroy.
Do you mind not looking at the tomatoes while you tell me that?
First lady. Let's go.
So, the whole disjointment thing, it absolutely seems to affect us, right? Us as Booker DeWitt. Now, for the past two jumps, that's absolutely explicable. Especially this, where our choices or our fate seem to have been vastly different from what Booker had previously paved for him. In the last universe, we don't really know anything about what Booker did. But here, apparently he and Slate joined up with Fitzroy and just fucking are paving it. He also seems to be dead, considering he's a martyr. And Booker remembers that, and when those memories hit him, his vision statics and he's got a nosebleed. Which we now know happens when characters jump universes. And they have conflicting stories. Like being dead or not dead, for example. We don't know if it's exclusively dead and not dead. Could be. Could be. But you know what we do know? We do know that Booker's had those episodes before he met Elizabeth. That has been established. He has had nosebleeds episodes before meeting Elizabeth. So already we have an indication that Booker was already experiencing overriding memories when he came to Columbia. That is gonna obviously the game will go into detail on that late game. But when you're doing tricksy things narrative-wise, like the game will do later, it always serves your purpose to feed that progression of events early on. You don't have to explain it, but you do need to include red herrings, lampshades, indications, whatever you want to call it or how you want to make it. And when you start playing this game, first time I played through it, I didn't think any more of it. Really, until the very end when it gets explained. Because everything, most of the character plot points do get explained later. But I never thought about it when I started playing through. But the reason why I want to put some time and effort into talking about it now is that I do want to make the point that the game did from the very first start tell us, well, maybe not tell us, but give us information to corroborate the point or the end or the implications that the game will later get to. See, isn't this better, Elizabeth? Isn't this better? Right? This is better, right? This is the world you wanted, Elizabeth, right? This is the world you wanted, right? The man in the store said this was the world you wanted, Elizabeth, right? Look, the Vox has guns. Isn't it good? How are you gonna do that with a factory? Also, that's my gunship. This is the world you wanted, right, Elizabeth? Are you not happy? This changed, right? Aren't you happy, Elizabeth? Elizabeth? Yeah? I know you can hear me, Elizabeth. Aren't you happy? Aren't you happy, Elizabeth? I'm sure you're happy. Yeah? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Elizabeth. Oh, don't you even try. You want to change, right? This is how it looks when you give people guns. Yeah, this thing, yeah. Yeah, look at that. We did this. No, we didn't. We didn't do this.
Say cheese! Cheese! Okay, for this one, give a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Hilarious! Ah, that's a great shot.
Samuel, when the spells of anger come, I want you to play this recording and remember that I am the proudest woman in Columbia to have been your wife. They said your soul was choked by the fumes in that metal box, but this I do not believe. And we shall meet again on that eternal shore. Both of us whole and smiling. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Saying a thing 3 times in not ancient mythology, but in folklore, makes it true. Both as a summoning rite and as a promise.
The founder's belief is that we ain't no better than our
It's biblical. Jindosh, I think it's older than biblical, but I wouldn't be certain. I think it's way back pagan ideas, I believe. If it's in the Bible, I would assume that it's stolen, like so many other things. Well, stolen, but, you know, assimilated. I think it's older than the Bible. Well, older than the part. I mean, the Bible ranges what part of the Bible we're talking about, how old it is. Judas betrays him thrice. I think, I mean, 3 is a magic number, is an old myth as well, and every culture has their numbers that are especially meaningful. In Christianity, it's 3 and 7, I believe. Everything is recurrent in those numbers. There have been other numbers as well, but I think that the saying a thing 3 times makes it true or makes a promise binding is way older than Christianity. Or at least has other associations as well as in Christianity. Finnick, if you're there, maybe you can spot me on this one. I like to remember that there are paganist roots to that myth as well. At least, please explain. Here we go. We summoned him. Jindosh, you summoned him. You did it. He denied the Lord 3 times on trial. I'm not saying, again, Jindosh, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that there are other foundations for that as well, I'm pretty sure. Syncretism is a thing in religion.
Think on a man looking at you, your children, and seeing a beast meant to be ruled over. Not someone capable of rational thought. Not someone with their own dreams and aspirations. Not someone trying to make sure their kids have it better than they did. The founders see you as something to be controlled. To be told when to eat, when to sleep, when to stand and sit down. To say yes, sir, no, sir. May I go to the bathroom, sir?
I'll get to it. We're listening. We're listening.
You're a tool.
Liz. Oh, it's from us.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. As plans go, I'd seen worse, except this girl was already gone. Monument Island's a damn ghost town. It seems like they evacuated her when they heard I was here. An old friend told me Comstock spirited her off to that fortress of his. As a one-man job, this just went from betting on the river to drawing dead.
Again, I don't doubt that it's in the Bible, but I mean, I'm not even gonna say that especially New Testament writers. I think most of the Bible draws its inspiration from other sources. The flood, for example, is prevalent in other sources as well. And I believe that 3 thing is, I mean, sure, it's in the Bible, but I'd strongly like to remember or believe that I've heard it from... I will associate it to older sources, considering there's not many other older written sources per se. Especially not when we're talking about paganism. You know? Another one of these, imagine that. Let's just pop our shield up real good.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Whoop. Oh, more lockpick. Imagine these just, you know, strewn around the place. Storming the factory, eh? Is that a good idea, you think? Let's see if it's a good idea. Leave area, yes, let's go. Allons, Evu. Are you happy about this, Liz?
In this world, you are a martyr.
These folk need a better class of hero. When it comes down to it, the only difference between Comstock and Fitzroy is how you spell the name.
I don't trust Fitzroy to honor the deal. You don't know if you even had a deal in this universe. Right?
Kill your oppressor! There's no way out!
Watch out, sniper!
Where? Oh, way over there? Oh, I don't mind.
Watch out, rockets!
You can't snipe with rockets. Liz, there we are. Thought as much. That wasn't that bad. What was that supposed to look
Press
like?
to lunge at enemies, delivering a tornado blow.
Oh.
Hold and release to build up a more devastating tornado blow.
Bonk. Okay, so we got bonk is what you're telling me. I can do bonk.
Go ahead!
Okay!
I was told there's a sniper around here somewhere. Woo! Woo!
Do it!
There you go!
I think all the vigors are like watered down plasmids, Mac Daddy. Yeah. Yeah, they are. There is an in-universe reason or explanation or excuse for that, but yeah, they are. They most certainly are. RAM is simultaneously the name, the verb, and the usage of the usage description. Yeah, it's nice. It's one of those good words. This is how our broken cyclone trap was, and now we gotta fix it. Now we gotta fix it. Can I just jumpy, please? There we go. No jumpy on him. Hot garbage. Run, run as fast as you can. You can catch me on the gingerbread man. Oh my god, what is that? Don't do that. Don't fucking do it.
In case you need it.
Ooh, I do. Where are you, Liz? Liz? Liz. Yes, I do need it. God damn it, Liz. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. Upgraded crowd trap is insane as it spawns more crowd traps. Yeah, we are running that. That is our favorite so far. I find it interesting that so far our jumping hasn't remarkably changed the physical world. That's probably a gameplay reason, I mean game design reason, but... Oh yes, please, jeez. So at least there seems to be an indication... Well, it seems to indicate that the world... Well, maybe not the world, but at least... that Elizabeth isn't jumping too far afield. She's sticking along...
Well, yes, we did it.
Near alternatives.
I don't know if I brought us to a world where the Vox had weapons. Or I created one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ancient mariner.
Did you create this, Liz? In that case, we... What is the implication of that? I think that... I'm not sure that Liz knows what the fuck she's talking about there. If it is... I mean, okay, so... Either Liz, at that moment, is putting an idea into our minds, the gamers' minds, out of Ken Levine's mind. With how he wants us to interpret how the world works. Or Liz says that because Ken Levine wants to explore some part of her. Her feelings of being responsible for what happened. If we are just jumping between universes that already exist, then she's not to blame for any of this, right? But if she created it, yes, she's absolutely to blame for it. I don't like the creation idea. It feels... I feel like it weakens the rest of the game. If so. Because it doesn't permit as much the existence of alternatives. It creates an alternative in the place of what is already there, which I think that's a weaker thesis statement. Or it weakens the thesis statement. Let's see here, Finnick, true, but 3 is a very common number, and saying something out loud 3 times could be older than the Bible, but 7 is the number of the completeness. From where I've heard saying a thing 3 times to make it true, like a promise or a statement, I've heard it from pagan roots, but then again, all of our pagan information is taken out of, Christian scholars, or from Christian scholars, so... It's difficult to tell. Let's see here, Jindosh. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Finnick. It's a very common number, but the point of the biblical reference was to establish how something truthful was conveyed in a court of law by stating it thrice. What if it's just wish fulfillment? This thing, McDaddy, yeah. I wish this to be true, and thus it is. I don't think... that the idea that Elizabeth has the ability to create universes apart from just making other choices is a less interesting place to explore than the alternative that she's jumping between them. And it also, I think, undermines the stated message of things. But we're gonna have to keep our eyes open for it. I mean, if she creating universes is true, then that should be reinforced by other moments in the game. We'll have to kind of keep an eye out for it. Let's see here, Jindosh. The Bible is an old account of that tradition. It's a societal construct we use to infer veracity. It's also fictional in large parts, and it's stolen document from other cultures. I think the Iliad probably has more legal... it's more of a document of legal veracity than the Bible as a complete work, considering in ancient Greece, in classical Greece, the Iliad was used as a legal text. Sure, the Bible has been too, but the Bible has many different sources, right? It's a hodgepodge of stories accumulated from a bunch of different cultures. And from where I've heard, the three thing is northern cultures. We're talking Celtic and we're talking Norse. But then again, the Celtic stories that we have and the Norse ones are way later than the Bible, like thousands of years. We also know that there was some amount of trade going on between the British Isles and the Mediterranean region prior to the Bronze Age collapse. So it might just be a moot point, actually, because we're lacking so much information from the time. Let's see here, Mac Daddy. I mean, Booker said he wasn't a good guy, but then you go to a universe where Booker dies a hero. She wants tools, the gunsmith has tools. Maybe, I mean, again, Mac, I don't like that read because it undermines... I like to believe that it undermines the message of the game, the greater thematic message, but we're going to have to keep an eye out for it and see if there's anything that corroborates it. So let's keep it in mind and see, because if that read is valid or true, if it's a quote-unquote valid read of it, or if Elizabeth here is just guilt-tripping herself and giving us a false flag, there needs to be other indicators of it. We'll keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. And let's see if we can find other indications. Oh, let's see. It's the three thing. Oh, Jindosh. I mean, repeating something 3 in 3s is a societal construct, not the Bible. Well, a superstitious construct or a societal one. The idea, I think, from what I've heard from pagan sources, is the idea that if you say a thing 3 times, you have enough intent behind it so that you haven't just said it in anger. Like, saying I love you once could have just been, some sort of a thing you said in the heat of the moment. Same thing, I'm gonna kill you, or anything else. But if you say it 3 times, then you cannot excuse what you said by just saying, oh, I was just excited, or I was excitable, or angry, or happy, or whatever the fuck, right? There needs to be actual intent behind it. So in that way, yes, I could see it as a societal thing rather than a traditional one, or even a cultural one. Yeah, and let's see here, Finnick. Yeah, and it is probably the reference that we used most today for it. But we do have folklore reference to it, like Bloody Mary in popular culture, like Beetlejuice. Oh, but that could easily be taken out of the Bible, though, the Christian context. However, the Iliad was one part of the story that Homer wrote down, probably based on a number of oral traditions from his time. Potentially, as far as we know, I don't think there were too many centuries between the Trojan War and Homer retelling it. A few centuries, but not overly many. I mean, think about her gameplay. She can summon things that you want, hooks, weapons. She randomly throws you ammo and money. She can change the terrain to make you win a battle. So her wish to help you to get to Paris. That is not a bad point, MacDaddy, actually. Yeah, all of her tiers are... None of them are detrimental at the very least. Most of them are useful and helpful. Yeah, there is a point. That could be a game mechanic reason for it, but yes. Yes. Still, I'd like to see plot point or character moment that would reinforce that idea. Let's see. Let's keep an eye out for it. Well, maybe those are the only... Oh my god, shut up. Jesus Christ. Oops, sorry. Dude, you really should just go home. Ken Levine, I want the machine gun to sound like a typewriter on steroids. It's not a bad sound, to be honest. Right now there's a lot of sounds going on, but that sound in and of itself is not a bad sound. Kinda like it, actually. Oh, look, Frederick, the game is cramping on your game. It's encroaching upon your stereo, on your copyright there. Look, remember to use your vigors. Oop. Spiper, don't want Spiper. No Spiper. Please no Spipey. What is this? It is volley gun, I don't particularly like. Spiper, don't want Spiper. Ordinary rifle. You know what, lads? Let's get a little bit more precision in here, shall we? So this is where we're going. Yeah, use your specials. Wait, wasn't this where we're going? Then where else are we going? Oh, right, the gunsmith. Ah, yes, fine. Oh. Well.
No, this is not what I meant to have happen.
Are you okay, Elizabeth?
You're dead, Booker.
Come on. Let's leave this place. Let's go to the factory and get our airship. This isn't our responsibility. None of it. You just opened a door to this world and we stepped through.
Are you sure, Booker? Did I just bring us to a world where Chenlin was alive, or did I create it? I told you I always thought that my little trick was a form of wish fulfillment. I got my wish.
Well, said it out right there that it's a form of wish fulfillment. There's no reason for both not to be true, I suppose. We know, jumping ahead in the story, we know that the Lutesses were the ones that discovered multiverse travel. Which means that there are alternative universes outside of Elizabeth's conjuring, right? That does not necessarily mean that she doesn't create it when she rips. I think the nomenclature and the visual evidence of the tears seems to suggest that it's a tear is a tearing fabric. It is not a creative thing. It is a penetrating thing. It penetrates between the membrane of the worlds. But we shall see. I mean, she comes from a solipsistic background. She's stuck in her tower, doing her best Rapunzel impression. And it is understandable for her character to assume the responsibility of everything that happens. That is a hallmark of an egocentric person. Everything that happens is because of me, right? I am the cause of all of this. And especially more so for her, considering that for all intents and purposes, as far as she can observe, or anyone can observe, she creates things in our universe. Now, of course, she's the one who calls it a tear. She has no real credibility in naming things because she doesn't understand them. I do think the Lutesses, not just their existence, but their conversations, countermand Elizabeth's point of view here. But she is certainly giving us evidence, or she's giving us testimony that seems to suggest that she creates these places. Spawn entire worlds on a whimsy seems like a little godlike. I mean, the end state of her is essentially she is a god, but I think it would be godlike. You don't need to create things. If there's an infinite number of universes, an infinite amount of possibilities, you don't need to create a thing to bring in the thing that you want to be in the world, because it is going to be out there somewhere, right? MacDaddy, yo, can we talk about the Bioshock only have 2 guns in this? Wait, what? The BS only have the BS. Bioshock are bullshit. Like, why can't I pick them all up like the other 2 games? That aggravated me to no end when I have a fave gun and had to drop it. Yeah, sure, from a mechanical standpoint. I think it makes more sense that you're not carrying around every goddamn weapon in the world. It's more reasonable that you're only carrying around like one long arm and one sidearm, essentially. As opposed to, you know, the shooter aesthetic where you're carrying around like 10 or 15 different guns, but I don't know why they would do that. There's probably gameplay mechanic reasons that they want you to try out different guns or something. I don't know, but if there's something else you want to say about it, McDaddy, go ahead. I don't think I have any any comments on it, really. She said it again, boom, from the cat's mouth. Yeah, but she's not a reliable narrator, though, because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, right? But yeah, we do need to keep an eye out for it. Let's see here, Yendash. The diagrams in the Lutece twins section imply it's an Einstein-Rosen bridge. Yeah, exactly, and that would mean that it's just a bridge between two places. It's like a tier, but it's just the edges of a portal. I think of a lot of Bioshock's identity was on the visual upgrades on the weapons. They gave a sense of ownership. Now they are forgettable and interchangeable. Yes, the weapons aren't that great. Well, I like the Mauser, but that's because I like the Mauser, and Big Boomstick is cool, but yeah, the weapons are so-so. That is true. Oh, more Booker.
Looks like I got a friend in town after all. Slate. He's fell in with these Vox Populi, and for irregulars, I will say, they are loaded for bear. Problem is, I gotta help them with their damn revolution first. Then we take Comstock House by storm. I do that, I get the girl.
So we learn here that Booker was not a hero. He was doing the exact same thing that we were doing. He just fucked it up. He died. And Fitzroy is just being an opportunist about it, really. Give me back the nonsensical cogs on the shotgun is all I'm saying. Yeah, fair enough. This shotgun is close to my heart, though, because it's lever action, and I do just fucking adore lever action shotguns as an idea. Well, I guess there's just really one, essentially. Guys, you want to open up? You want me to? Oh, no. Liz, stand back. Liz? Liz. Oh, well, from the inside? Cute. Whoa.
Now, if you want to be a mule, well, go on, be my guest. But if you want to be a person...
Smoke alert!
Oh, don't run in front of my line of fire, my guy. In all due time. Oh, that's my guy. Sorry. What was that? Medical kits in this economy? But yeah, I also feel like most of the posture check. Oh, thank MacDaddy. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm all straight. Oh, bro, the heated hand cannon made me feel so strong. These guns just pew pew and no impact. I only remember the hand cannon. Yeah. I mean, again, I feel like this game's main fault is the shooty gameplay. It's not interesting at all, really.
All right.
Get rockety. I feel like they wanted period quote-unquote correct weaponry. So you got this sort of old-school infantry rifle, lever-action shotty. But of course, there are games, well, since though, after this, that have made a better job at making period-relevant weapons interesting and fun. Hunt Showdown is great at that. It's done great work at making old weapons really fucking fun. Oh shit! Jump! Ooh.
They can't get that door open unless someone takes that airship out.
Are we volunteering?
Oh, someone? What do you mean, someone? Shit. Shit. Come on, get on up. How's this gonna help? How is this gonna help? I bet you there's gonna be secrets in those alcoves, but I'm not gonna care. Can I? How they? Oh, well, that's just back the way we came. Reverse C. How do we get on top of this fucking thing? There we go.
Need to sabotage the engine and bring this thing down.
Mine now. Mine now. But again, as a general rule, I feel like the shootiness in gameplays, it's hard to actually get good. It's a rare game when I feel like the shootiness is the main draw of a game.
Sabotage the engine and bring this thing down.
Or just take the airship. Shit, we're hurt. No! There was a guy up there, wasn't there? I like to remember there being a guy up there, right? There used to be a guy up there. Destroy engine? Oh!
Okay, now to get off this thing.
Could we just, maybe, get a police, maybe, we did it. No, 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 no. Sorry. Sorry. If it's a Zeppelin, isn't the gas keeping it afloat? What's the engine gonna do? That's for steering. Yeah, that's dumb.
Come on, Elizabeth. Let's go find Daisy
Or
in the factory.
we can't see it again. Maybe the Zeppelin part is just aiding in the lift, and there are propellers that does most of the work. But yeah, Kindors, you're absolutely correct. Don't say anything though. You might hurt the game's feelings. Oh, we got another ad break coming in. Maybe this is a good place for it, Maybe this is a good place to run the ads. We've been live for 2 hours. I'm gonna run for another hour, I think. At least. My throat is holding out fairly well. So, let's take an ad break. It's gonna be 3 minutes. I'm sorry, Twitch is gonna have its pound of flesh no matter what I do. So, I guess suffer, I suppose. Suffer the rampant consequences of capitalism! So I'll see you all back here in 3 minutes. Yeah, please don't go anywhere in meanwhile, and we'll continue on. I hope that we're going to finish off Finkton. I don't remember what part of the game is in it after Finkton. I remember parts of the game, but I think there's some sort of medley between Finkton and that. I don't know what's coming up, actually. I don't know what the next chapter is going to be. But let's see. Let's check it out. Hopefully we're going to be through Finkton, and, well, our little girl is going to grow all the fuck up, unfortunately enough. So, be right back here in 3 minutes, and we'll carry on. See you soon. And we're back, people. Let's get to it. Whoa. I was like, it's still glowing red, but it's not. It's just fucking booming people. Oh god. They took that RPG right in the snoggers. Poor bastard. Oh shit! Dude fucking swiveled on us.
Daisy said she was coming here for Fink.
We need to take that elevator up. Bet it leads to Fink's office.
We're already fully broncoed here, my guy. What is this? Lockpicks in this economy? Nice. Well, let's hit it. It's going up. How are you doing there, Liz? You look a little harrowed. Huh? How's that wish fulfillment going? Did you rub the lamp twice or thrice? Sure is making a lot of stuff. This is a lot of automated production.
They're just right for each other, aren't they?
Who?
Fitzroy and Comstock.
Yeah, pretty much. Daka.
Mr. Lin? My god, I was so set on getting to Paris. I didn't really think that...
You couldn't have known this would happen.
I had a role in this catastrophe. If you want to pretend that we're purely innocents in this, then that's your prerogative, but...
She's getting hooked on the notion that she created this. It seems to feed into what you were saying there, MacDaddy, but... If we stop to focus on plot details, as the game is, not great at keeping together, and instead look at what it means for the character. Elizabeth seems here to build a character who feels almost clinically compelled to accept responsibility for anything that happens. My actions have consequences, surprised Pikachu face. Yeah. Sure, absolutely. It's sort of feeding into our conversation when we shot Slate, though. She's developing characteristics here where she's... It is an egocentric point of view, where everything that happens is because of you. It's a Nietzschean idea. Accepting responsibility almost habitually or clinically, to a degree. If she created this universe, then yes. If she didn't, then what would that mean for Elizabeth? That her foray here with Booker is creating this notion that she is the only person that can fix things. She's the only person who has the power and agency to set the world straight. She's the only person who can handle that responsibility. Does that perchance sound like someone else we know? I think we should look at what she's saying here, maybe not as physical gospel of her abilities, but rather a progression in her character arc, which is going to be important for the end game later. But she is developing these ideas that, not that she's all powerful, but essentially it's all her fault. It's all her responsibility. And that is a mindset that can have both wonderful and horrific results. And we shall see if that character development continues, and what implications it will have. The implication that she is creating these worlds as she needs, when she needs them, means she's the Godhead. It's on her to solve it if that's the case. Or if she imagines that's the case. It doesn't really matter, right? Whether or not it's true or not. As long as she believes it, that's what it is. But I think it's more leaning towards infinite universe and she's just an interdimensional J.P.S. device. Yes, I agree, Jindosh. But imagine looking at it from her perspective. She's a young person. I'm not even going to say girl because gender has nothing to do with it. She's a young person. We already know that she has a flimsy understanding of empathy. There is more than enough room for her to develop this clinical solipsism, egocentrism, considering she was raised in the tower, right, without other people to interact with, essentially. And now she gets to explore these powers and what they can create. Previously, she just opened windows and peeked. She hasn't terribly influenced events, right? She's stolen a rose, she has moved a bee out of universes, between universes, but she hasn't used those powers to affect reality in any way, shape, or form. And now she's started to. And of course, from her perspective, she's read quantum mechanics, but without understanding the multiverse principle, I think it is fair to say that, well, from her point of view, she is creating this. If she has let's say that the mechanics behind her ability to open tears is conflated with her ability to visualize things. Of course, what she wants out of the tears is gonna be one fuel for her using the tears, or finding them, or actualizing them. Meaning that her want for a tear does not 100% necessitate it to be her creation, right? It can just be that her want of a thing is what lets her see the path to a thing, kind of thing. But from a character standpoint, no matter what is technically true, it makes sense for her. And it will be fodder for her progression, for character progression, as it were. Let's see here, McDaddy. She has survivor's guilt. She's seeing things that happen after she has used her powers and seen everyone around her, Mom, Booker, Daisy, rando guards, all die around her. Exactly. So this leap of logic that she's made, that she's creating these things, she has very little basis for it, other than we cannot perceive these things happening without her. We've seen it once, and that was with the song, Fortunate Son. That is the only moment where we have seen a tear other than what she's created. So from her perspective, her conclusions make some sort of sense. Besides, there are few creatures more egocentric than teenagers.
Hello? Fink?
I saw you die, Booker. Saw it with my own eyes.
Fitzroy. Listen, I got you your guns. I'm here for my airship.
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter or a ghost.
Look at
my
Elizabeth
Booker
there.
DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell your children. You just complicate the narrative.
Can't wait until I play Burial at Sea. Yeah, holy shit. Oh, I love the progression. The femme fatale is a problematic trope, or a problematic archetype. But I feel like Elizabeth's progression from Disney princess to femme fatale is a wonderful character progression. Again, I love the character work in this game. Absolutely adore it. Bro, Burial at Sea episode 1 was so good. I was just like, give me this game, not the other one. I think both of them are really fucking good. And the final note, dude, the end of Burial at Sea episode 2 is the reason why I've learned the melody of La Vie en Rose on piano. Absolutely adore it. Hi! I've heard that I complicate things. Mosh mosh. Wait, why no? There was a third one. Oh, we got him too. I love the twofer. Love me the twofer. Don't you love a twofer? I love me a twofer. Okay, so now we got everyone angry at us. Imperial at Sea, it's kind of said that Su Shang can make tears with a machine he invented. So she's not the only one, but certainly the only one that can do it naturally. It is flat out stated in this game that the Lutesses were the first ones in this, well, in the Columbia progression of events, to do the thing. So she is not the origin of this. Which I think argues against her theory that she's causing it. Hi lads! Do you have anything fun? Dollar Bill can go fuck himself. Oh, that's new. Shane Lightning. Position for less. Crow boosties. Ooh. Crow boosties. Anything else? Charge aid. That's brief invulnerability on attack. Me. But maybe possession for less. We do use that on occasion.
You hold on to this.
Me?
Take this.
Yes, money! Dude, I want an interdimensional Disney princess to just hand me money. Where can we get these? I want this. I want this relationship. Let's see here, MacDaddy. An ex of mine played the shit out of La Vie en Rose. A great singer, great instrument player, but ruined the song for me. Aww. I'm so... Yeah, that sucks, MacDaddy. It is a good song. It is a very good song, but I understand that any piece of media, right? Any bit of culture and art can get tainted by association. Mostly it's good, right? Mostly we love songs because, you know, bringing back good memories, or we saw it in a movie and it gave it context for the thing. But yeah, that can easily go the other way around too. I have a few of those, if I don't misremember. Damage boost for the Mauser? Sure, let's get that. What else do we have? Recoil reduction, damage boosties for the revolver? I'm just a big Mauser fan here. Ooh, pick locks. Lock picks. Pickies! I mean, the item design is nowhere near as good in this game as it is in Dishonored, right? Dishonored is just so fucking good with that stuff. But I guess you have more space to play around with when it's a completely other universe as opposed to just a version of us. Oh, new thing. Octopusy things! We're gonna enter into an octopusy state of mind. Oh no. Suckles? Oh no. Oh no, no. No bueno. No. No.
Press to wash away your enemies. Hold to grab enemies and release to reel them in for punishment.
Oh, for punishment, you say? Reel them in for punishies? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? We can slap some tenty on them and then reel them in to punish them, chat. Dishonored is a spiritual successor to Bioshock to me, and I'm excited to play too. Exactly, MacDaddy. That's why I keep referring to Dishonored ones when we're playing this. They're sort of contemporary to each other. I also feel like the original Bioshock was a great inspiration for for a complete genre of these story-focused adventure first-person games that is not just about shooty shoot. So yeah, I also think that there's a lot of comparison to be made. If not for nothing but the fact that there are oeuvre similarities to it, but there are few things that both games do as well. As I mentioned when we played Dishonored 1 and 2, I felt like Dishonored suffered for these character moments. It didn't have enough of them. I would have loved to see the character writers of Bioshock, or Infinite specifically, play around in the Dishonored universe. That would have been the all-star version of these. Let's see, Jindash, in Dishonored, you can look at a shelf and stuff and not see the collectibles. Here, there's only 3 items, and they all have glowing outlines. Yeah, the world design in this game is it's not even near on par with Dishonored. I think they're doing a lot of good stuff here, but Dishonored is just so above and beyond the pale, you know. They're just going so fucking hard. This game is competent. Look, I'm not saying this game is bad. I'm just saying that it... Vitruvian Songbird? That's cute. So Fink made that fucking thing. Well, I'm just saying, you know, this is great. This is fantastic. It's fine. Not comparable to Dishonored.
These holes have shown me yet another wonder.
Oh, these holes?
I've yet to see the application for it. They illuminate a merger of machine and man that is somehow the lesser yet the greater of both parties. The process seems to be irreversible. Perhaps, though, Comstock will have some need of this kind of thing to keep watch in that tower he is building.
Do you have an opinion on this, Liz? No? Okay, let's go then.
Fancy putting those lock-picking skills to work?
Child's play. There you go.
Thank you.
Booker!
What? What? What are you yelling at me for? That'll do it. I mean, I can't really blame her for that, can I?
Imposters. Burn their bodies when you're done.
Fireman over there!
What? Oh, hi lads. Did we get them all? Except for that dude, huh? Oh, right. Oh, tenties! Yeet! And then we punish him, right? That's how it goes. Okay, that's actually pretty fun. That's pretty good. I like that. Oh, hi. Well, I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but I got a shotgun and you probably shouldn't get that close to me. Songbird is totally surfeited to both the narrative and the gameplay. Yeah, Songbird is done a little bit dirty, I feel, in this game. It's just, well, we got Big Daddies in the original Bioshock, so we need something applicable, and they made Songbird for it. They do some interesting stuff with it, but they don't nearly go deep enough as they could have done. Daisy the realest baddest bitch in this, unironically. I mean, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, she's sold for, you know, genocide and stuff, but... Wait, what? Who, what? Oh, hi, buddy! No, that's the thing. Oh, shittles! Shittle my grizzle! Oh, fuck me. I need to fucking get out of here. Yeah, this is not great. No bueno. Oh shit. No salts. I need fucking health, lady. Oh my god, I'm over. Oh, oh wow, I died. I fucking died. Huh. Wait, what? Okay, open the door, I guess.
What just happened?
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Oh my god, these fucking things. Can you fucking not? Sir! Ah, come on! Okay, so what they're doing here is essentially making an in-universe reason for us respawning. Liz, did you see that? Huh. That's actually pretty cool. Actually pretty neat. I didn't remember that at all. Huh. What do you mean a Tesla coil? Wait, why would you call it a Tesla coil in this universe? Oh, I guess Nikola Tesla might still be around. Might. Are we gonna have a problem? Oh yeah, we are. Oh, that's Liz. Shouldn't do that. Is revolution genocide? Oh. Yeah, you should probably call, call the kettle black, no matter what kind of kettle it is. Even if it's red. I like the Vita chambers being a genetic backup program for Andrew Ryan. That worked for you because you have the same DNA. Yeah. Totally in-universe lore explanation of why the splices can't use them, etc. Yeah, I mean... The world makes more sense in Rapture, right? But then again, there's very little character work in Rapture. It's all world. While in this game, Columbia may not make a terrible amount of sense, but the characters are really fucking good. The character work is fucking fantastic. And if I'd have to...
No!
choose one.
To kill that child. Booker, we have to do something. We have to act. We have to get in there.
I mean, well,
Come on, Booker, we've got to get out of here. Boost me up.
Okay, sure. Yes. Boost, Elizabeth. Boosties.
Go to the window and distract Daisy. Go!
Boosties. Hi, Daisy. You think you're cool?
Is this it? Is this your movement, Daisy?
This is what needs to be done. You see, the founders ain't nothing but weeds. Cut them down and they just grow back. If you want to get rid of the weed, you gotta pull it up from the root. It's the only way to
Elizabeth.
I guess it runs in the family.
Liz? Yeah. See, this is a... I love it when... Look, anyone can write a character progression, right? Anyone can create a character progression. To make us as readers, as viewers, as players, whatever else have you, believe it and buy into that character development. That's the clutch move. There are a few writers that are exceptional at that labor. Abercrombie comes to mind. He's also fantastic at, causing these character developments and doing them in a bit of a different way. Now, we've already seen the Disney princess go down this line, right? It makes sense that she would step over this line eventually. She goes from a few hours ago in-game telling Booker that he's a monster because he killed someone. And seeing all this death and devastation. And finally she finds a moment in which she's willing to cross that line. That's good. That's good stuff. Let's see here, MacDaddy. See, I gotta disagree with your genocide is intent to wipe out a nation or group. Vox is trying to change Columbia, not destroy it. Well, they are aiming to kill... Daisy said flat out right now that they aim to kill everyone that was of a specific socio-economical strata in the city. Killing everyone who's rich or middle class is the same as saying we should kill everyone who's poor or black or Hindu or Muslim or whatever else. It's categorical targeting for no personal reasons, but for political, financial, socioeconomical, religious reasons, and that I would call that genocide, no matter how you twist and turn that. I would argue that point, but I mean, I'm also the kind of person who still, yeah, absolutely agrees with eat the fucking rich, but then I'm referring to like the, you know, the billionaires at the very top, because fuck those guys. Liz?
Elizabeth. Whoa, whoa, hey, easy.
Oh, her animations are good, though. What are you doing with the scissors? Liz. Ooh. Who's the...
Nice.
Nice. Booker just sidesteps and just... Oh, nice. I think... Why... Oh, Booker? His dying breath? Are you gonna do a Castle of Arg thing?
You win this fool war. You send this to New York. They ain't getting the girl. Whoever they are. Maybe I did right by you and the Vox. But in the end, they don't square anything. Anna, I'm sorry.
Let's see, McDaddy. Daisy only targets the uber-rich that are imposing human rights crimes on the vast majority of the population. We know very little about the population demographic size, the census of Colombia. We know there are people who live in a sort of utopia, fueled on racial and religious supremacy. We don't really know how deep down Daisy runs that, but I feel like this scene where she's willing to kill, I mean, sure, it's Fink's kid, but it's still a child that is, you know, judge not the son for the sins of the father, kind of thing, or the father that of the sons. Considering that she's willing to step over that threshold, making any other argument, I mean, sure, you could do that, but we haven't seen her... We haven't seen implications of her doing anything else, I think. And I think this serves as an indication that she is. She's just very willing to take us to extremes, but she at the top must be the most extreme. Until we get more information, that this is a semantic point. I think this scene is meant to prove to us that she's on a rampage, she's on a purge. And just how far she's going to go with that purge is an academic point. I think this means and is meant to explain to us that she has a very low bar of entry for it, you know? But yeah, we don't know, no. Well, we got our airship, I guess. Let's pop some health. Anything else? No? Okay. We're still set for Paris, I believe. Liz?
Come out of there.
MacDaddy, I'm glad you're saying, I'm glad I can vent my frustration with someone who can speak to the validity of the story and not just game bad, her. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I mean, look, I enjoy picking apart and see what works and what doesn't. I enjoy this flavor. I mean, it's my trade. I'm so happy that you can find, you know, joy in that as well. Hopefully I can spread this enjoyment, picking shit apart, dissecting it, as it were. I'm so happy, MacDaddy, that you're enjoying yourself as well. Because I am. Liz!
I know how this feels.
Actually, if there's anyone who can speak with any, again, validity to how this feels, Liz, I believe it's me. Well, us, Booker. I guess we're going. You're gonna change the destination there, Books? Oh yeah. Right back to New York, is it? I don't think these coordinates are correct, by the way. Oh!
Elizabeth.
That was quick.
This is all they had.
Listen.
How do you do it?
How do I do what?
Forget. How do you wash away the things that you've done?
You don't. You just learn to live with it.
So the moment of truth between us. New York or Paris?
Whoa!
No, 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 no!
Shit. Come on, we gotta find a way to make this thing go faster.
So, Elizabeth here, changing her clothes. It's been 7 minutes, relax, Elizabeth. We also don't know the relationship the ship is to any point. I don't think the coordinates shouldn't take into regard their relative position. It's just destination. Anyway, her changing her clothes, evocative of her making a character transition, right? It's an outward sign that she as a character has changed. She clips off her little tail. She sheds her Disney princess look. She's no longer Belle. She went full Uma Thurman on us. In the span of like 2 fucking seconds, she washed her face of blood. She swapped her clothes. That went quick, Liz. If you hadn't brought out your little tail as a trophy, I would have almost assumed that our Liz had just swap-a-rooskied with another Liz. Or did she? Yeah, subtle as a break for a metamorphosis. Yeah, it's not subtle, but again, it doesn't necessarily have to be, right? There's something to be said about symbolic acts of change. It's not a bad visual cue, as it were. It's a little bit rushed, maybe. But it kind of works. It's a little weird. It's also weird that she's dressed up in her mother's clothes, Lady Comstock's clothes. Also symbolism for you. If you're north of New York, your heading wouldn't be south. Well, you're not setting a heading when you're using coordinates. You're setting a destination, I think. Long hair associated with youth, she matured, etc. Yada yada, shorthand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again, it works. It's again blunt, but again, Bioshock has never been known for being coy or being subtle, right? This is not going to make it faster, you know?
There's got to be some sort of throttle or accelerator.
Do you know what that looks like?
I don't know.
Help me find it.
Ow, buddy! Whoa! That's not helpful. The bird and Elizabeth have some kind of a connection. If I could put him down, would she let me?
That's not it.
Certainly is.
Oh, yes.
Try again.
All right, here you are.
Booker, we've got to stop them.
No, that's the E.
No,
Booker, hurry.
It is?
It is.
They are correct?
It is.
Isn't.
Play the whole song, he'll come back.
No, you try.
Fine.
Hurry, Booker, hurry.
I love the detest so fucking much. Yeah,
Come
okay,
on.
fine, I'll help. Jesus Christ, I'm just enjoying the game, Liz.
Not.
Pay attention.
Also love the Lutece so fucking much.
Quite certain.
Stop
Fine.
it, you don't
Here
know
you
what
are.
you're doing.
Ha! There it is.
You've done it now. He's coming back. He's coming back.
The notes were correct.
The instrument was not.
One needs both to get his attention.
But if you know how to sing to him...
He will take you where you need to go.
Wait, what? We're gonna ride on his ass?
Would you care to hear anything else, brother? Perhaps a waltz?
Look at Elizabeth's fucking face. Look at her face. Okay, so Paris's destination coordinates were incorrect, but New York seemed to be correct in the game. I like that she's playing the machine-played piano. It's like a predeterminism in sheet music. Yes, I guess. Yeah, again. So, that's a good point, Jindarsh. That's a cool observation, actually. Yeah, she is playing the piano that plays itself. A piano that will only play one thing, theoretically. And she is playing, or trying to play something different on it. And even though she technically succeeds in a few notes, the piano will play its own tune eventually. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that when we killed Slate, right? The idea of the illusion of choices, us gamers refer to it, because we're so bogged down on game mechanic being the only framework for which we are rewarded or punished vis-a-vis the choices that we make. And I did argue back then, and I will continue to argue as long as there's evidence for it, and here's another piece of evidence, that this game is essentially about determinism as opposed to choices, even though it's all about the choices, right? It's sort of a loop of an argument, which the game will also reinforce that it is a loop. I remember the lyrics for the song, "Will the circle be unbroken?" We will get further into that as we get to the end. We're probably going to spend like an entire stream on the last 10 minutes, all likely. I thought it was about... No, it's not a... It can be two things, Frederick. Look, determinism is another facet to the hopelessness of postmodernism. If nothing means anything and nothing matters, things will always be the way that they are. Right? Don't try to pull the postmodernism card on me. It also might be the only piano model that they might have. Yeah, but then they didn't need to add this part. They could have just let Rosalind play the waltz, but instead she turns on the piano, right? The fact that the model and her action reinforce one another, I feel like there's still intention behind it. But yeah, Mac Daddy, when we're talking about game development or game design, there is the risk of a thing just happening because, lack of funds or reusing assets or whatever. We often end up in the games that we play talking about how much trust that the game has built with us. And even though the asset archive and the world building in Bioshock or Infinite at least is not on comparable levels to Dishonored, it's still on a high enough level for me to assume that there is intention behind this. I just wanted you to say it. God damn it, Finnick. Okay, fine, I'll take it.
Who are you? We are where we are needed.
And needed where we are. So Comstock uses these songs. Are there others we can use? Something to keep the bird off our back?
Perhaps you should ask the maestro himself.
So where is he?
Oh, God.
Of course. Well, at least they left the piano.
Elizabeth still having the what the fuck face. That's a very good face, Elizabeth. Yeah. I'm still a little bit stuck on her swift turn from Disney Princess to Femme Fatale-esque. That went really fucking quick.
Booker. That's Comstock House.
Oh?
If we're gonna find him, we should start there.
The Vox are coming! We need to leave the dock!
Where are these people going?
Wherever the Vox Populi ain't.
This certainly looks like the results of genocide to me. That is not jumpable unless you're a video game character, my guy. I have never seen an NPC. Yeah, that's not true. But I don't think that NPC can make that jump. Are we just stealing these people's stuff? I think we are. Holy fuck.
Found some money.
Oh, you did? So you stole things from the luggage too. Great. Wasn't just me then. We are teaching this girl so many bad habits, by the way. Maybe she has a vigor. Oh, maybe she has the ram thing. So she uses the ram on her husband to hope that she's gonna hug him, but she really just punches him off the other side of the boat. Yeah, that scans. I have an nagging suspicion that that's gonna be shot down out of the sky. No? Oh, cool. Good for you guys, I suppose. Anything new here? Maybe. Damage boosting on Leroy. Ooh, damage boosting on Shoddy. Yes, fuck yes. Yes. It's good enough for now. You can help her out by broncoing her off the edge. Oh my god. What you see? This certainly looks like genocide to me. Hi, buddy. We're fine, right? We're fine, right? Oh, we're not fine. Shit.
Elizabeth?
Give me a skeeter. What do you mean water puddle? How's that gonna fucking help? Oh shit! What's going on here? That's not cool.
Go ahead.
Sure thing.
Kill them all! Now we got Irishmen. Evil, evil Irishmen are coming at us. They want our shamrocks. That's racist. Dude, you need to stop flinging your... Here's another skeeter, will ya? Ammo? Please. Did I get him? Yeah, got him. Anyone else?
Elizabeth.
Okay.
Got him.
Open it!
On it!
I lost track of him! Cut him off!
Why would we need a fucking puddle? You know what? Where's the, Hello, buddy. Hello, buddy. That's kind of fucking fun, actually. Speaking of fucking fun. Hi, buddy. That is kind of fucking fun. That guy was full of ammo. What do you mean, what fucking water puddle? Well, Liz maybe poured us to somewhere where everyone isn't trying to kill one another. Maybe that will help. Have you ever thought about that? Elizabeth, if that is your real name. And see here, MacDaddy. I'm looking at all the pianos now to see if they have more than the one in just different colors. Not probably. Yindash. So you can do the famous Bioshock thing where you use the electrical plasmid on the water and then two guys who stood in it. Yeah, but it seems such a weird thing to just summon, you know?
Okay.
Look. Elizabeth, why not open up a portal to the fucking sun? You know?
Can you unlock this?
Oh, this won't take long at all.
No, I'm gonna open up to a fire post.
It always has. When I was younger, I used to be excited when I heard it.
Excited?
He was all I had. He fed me, brought me books. He was my friend.
Friend.
Until I grew up.
Keep that in mind.
And I hated him. Because he was my warden. He's just Comstock's pet, isn't he? Just like me. There.
That lock took you a while. Tell us, Prophet, do you see us coming?
Look at this. Fitzroy's no better than Comstock.
Oh, yeah?
Was she?
Once people get their blood up, it ain't easy to settle it down again.
This is on our hands, isn't it?
Elizabeth, the Messiah complex is going a little bit haywire with you there.
You hold on to this.
Me? Oh, money! What time is it? Okay. We already checked this, right? Undertow aid. Increases number of enemies that you can pull at one time. That sounds like fun too. Get it.
Elizabeth.
Okay.
Huh. Well, that's ominous.
All done.
Wait. I see it. I see the line. I see the line. Oh, shoddy. Boom, boom. Hat. Whatever, man. Ooh. Well, let's get that filled up, yeah? The shieldy.
Feel better already.
I like the clothes upgrade. You do? I think that system is clunky as all hell, really. Not a big fan. I mean, it's fine as far as upgrades go, I guess. That was a misclick. But it's not exactly an elegant solution, you know? And the fact that it's, and we never get to see Booker in anything, well, you don't get to see his model at all. I feel like the clothes are sort of perfunctory. They could have made it anything, really. Hi, lads. I shouldn't have given me plasmids if you didn't expect me to be overpowered. Emporia, eh?
This prophecy business. You don't think anyone can really see the future, do you?
I saw something once when I first got here. A dream. It was New York, but larger than any New York I ever saw. It was burning.
Hope none of the prophet's magic is rubbing off on you.
Rubbing off on me? Surely not.
There! That one!
All right!
Coming on the mountain where he comes. And he's coming around the mountain where she comes. And he's coming around the mountain and she's coming around the mountain. And he's coming around the mountain when she comes. And he's coming around the mountain when she comes. And he's coming around the mountain. Dude. Shoot the other guy. The thing I summoned, my guy. Also, that's a demonized Abe Lincoln. Oh no, he died. Oh, you don't think anyone can see the future, do you? Elizabeth saw, you saw Return from the Jedi in Paris a minute ago. Get a grip. Yeah, I mean, we have had not indication, just proof that you can look into the future, right?
Need money?
Money?
Cash.
Sure. Always, I got bills to pay.
This one. Do you think he wanted any part of this?
No. Well. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is one of my favorite scenes, I believe, is gonna come up here. One of my absolute favorite Luz Hess scenes.
Help me out with this lock.
Let me see.
Crack it open, Liz. I think this is the place. I believe. Spiper? I hope I'm not going to have to use Spiper. I think these are some of my favorite scenes.
I just realized who those two are.
Oh, yeah?
Well, at least she, invented the technology that allows the city to float.
Giant balloons.
Quantum particles, suspended in space-time at a fixed height.
So, not giant balloons?
But the thing is, my book said they disappeared several years ago.
I told you they'd come.
No, you didn't.
Right. I was going to tell you they'd come.
But you didn't.
But I don't.
You sure that's right?
Something tells me they're not exactly what they appear.
I was going to have told you they'd come?
No.
The subjunctive?
That's not the subjunctive.
I don't think the syntax has been invented yet.
It would have had to have been.
Had to have had been. That can't be right.
It would have had to had it had been. Imagine what absolute hell time travel would do to our grammar. The version of the movie was called The Revenge of the Jedi, as it was a parallel. Isn't it called The Revenge of the Jedi? What's episode 6 called? The Return of the Jedi. Finnick, I think I've read something about this, that on some of the French screenings back in the day, it was actually The Revenge of the Jedi that they had sent. No, right. So what I've read, yes, you're right. The original title for The Return of the Jedi was The Revenge of the Jedi, but they changed that last minute because it was too antagonistic. George Lucas changed that last minute in the 11th hour. It was original. Yeah, right. There we go, Jendar. Revenge was the working title for The Return.
They seem to want to help.
They seem to be out of their minds.
Odd, isn't it?
What's odd?
The fact that we sometimes...
Finish each other's sentences?
Exactly.
It would be odder if we didn't.
How do you suppose they manage that?
I'll get back to you after I figure out the floating city bit.
Balloons. I bet they put balloons in their pockets. That's why I say they're so weird and wonky. Anyway, those two, I guess. Primarily the one where they're painting. The whole argument of syntax and temporal syntax. And Rosalind just goes, well, it would have had to had it had been. It's just, so fucking good. I love that. All the titles are mixed up with the new trilogies. And in the tier, it's called Revenge, as it is parallel. Assuming, of course, that this world, well, the original world, I mean, this is two jumps away from the original world, if that is our world, which we would assume that it's not, considering that we don't actually have a Columbia, so this already takes place in an alternate universe to us, right? It's...
Comstock House is up ahead.
Why are we going to Comstock's house? We want a music player or something?
Seed of the prophet shall sit the throne. He was grooming me, wasn't he?
Comstock? Yeah, I think so.
Why
the old definition of grooming, chat, not the new one. The new one is very specific.
lock me up?
I'm guessing you didn't want to be groomed. Maybe you had something in the works to make you agreeable.
Like what?
Like this?
Best we don't find out.
Like maybe this. How do you prove to a person with Messiah complex that they should conquer the world? Well, why not just show them a world that is unconquered by them and show them how bad it is? Maybe.
Okay.
Just maybe. That's gonna make them decide to, you know, do it for them. But I could make the world better for them, right?
Thought they'd stay on top forever.
Hi, lads. See, this certainly looks like genocide to me. If it looks like a monkey, and if it walks like a monkey, if it talks like a monkey, it's probably a monkey. That probably should be duck. I'm getting influence here. No, I'm getting influenced by racism. No! No! I'm melting!
Need some help with this.
Come on. Give me something challenging. It's done.
168 glad. Is that really worth? Hi! Probably shouldn't have done that. Or that. Or that. Oh shit, ad break's coming up real fucking hard. 30 seconds. Chat, we're gonna run the ad break. Probably not gonna have a need for another one. So let's run the ad. It's gonna be 3 minutes. I'm sorry, they're gonna be there no matter what I do. So I might as well claim some control of them. We will be right off in 3 minutes, yeah? Please don't go anywhere in the meanwhile. And we're back, chat. Let's carry on for a little bit. My throat can last us for a spell longer. Probably not the full extra hour, though. We've been at this for 3 hours. Yeah, that's a good time. I feel like I've done my due diligence, but let's carry on for a little bit. For a little bit. Oh, wow. Oh, Preston.
Mr. Comstock, when we next meet, it won't be to parley. See, I went out to that Hall of Heroes to scalp your false shepherd for you. Turns out, though, DeWitt speaks Sioux. He helped me to swap words with this crippled child I've been, looking after. Now, after hearing how the kid has fared in your city, I'm thinking when we take your pelt, I'll let him hold the knife.
So, Mac Daddy, that was sort of the character turn that we mentioned previously. Now, the problem here is that aside from Booker and Elizabeth, when we're jumping universes, technically that's not the same character. Now, Preston here in this universe is not the same Preston, necessarily, as in the other two universes. So while Preston here may have had a change of heart, because he met Preston in the Hall of Heroes. We never met Preston, which means that this development for Preston is not a thing that happened in either of the other two universes. So, and I don't actually... This is one of those moments, this is one of those places where I actually don't think the Ken Levine or 2K or the 2K writers thought it through all the way. It would have been more interesting, I think, in this case, if the voxophones that we pick up showed us distinct characters over the course of the jumps, rather than a prolonged character portrayal between the jumps, right? So let's say that in one reality, Preston was a cold-hearted human murderer or human hunter, and in another he was a conservationist, like a Steve Irwin, for example. It would have been more interesting, because we can't take this seriously in regards to the previous messages that Preston has left us, right? Because we have been jumping universes. So the Preston that we interacted with outside of the impound is not the who was having trouble with the fact that he had trapped a young Native American and cut off his leg. Obviously, this guy mentions the Native American boy, but we can't really assume that this Preston's Native American boy also lost his leg, right? There's no way to connect those logically, considering anything can be different in this universe, right? It's not just the weapons to the Vox, right? Well, there's no reason to believe that that's the only difference. There could be tons of differences. Let's see here, Jindosh. Yeah, I agree with that point entirely, but it's wider than just Preston or any character. I think they could have done a lot more to make the world jumps feel more distinct. It all blends into one. The writers treat this his development as continuous arc. Yeah, I can see that criticism against the universe jumping thing. Absolutely. You could hand wavy in that as applying Elizabeth's treat or her idea, her notion of wish fulfillment, that her wishes, even if she doesn't create universes, she's drawn to universes that fulfill her wish and her wish alone. And it connects to the closest analogy. But now, if when I'm saying this theory crafting that we're doing with that sort of argument runs too close to trying to explain the mechanics of the multiverse travel, which I think part of the point is that we can't. We don't. There's no explanation for it. How you orient yourself, how you navigate multiverses. And if so, yeah, I really wish that they wouldn't have brought in continuity like this. It's the same problem really with Booker expecting Fitzroy to honor her deal of giving him an airship when he made that deal with Fitzroy 2 universes ago, right? Of course, Booker may not be the sharpest stick in the box, but in that case, I would have preferred if Elizabeth told him, well, you didn't make any deal with this Fitzroy. How do you know she's gonna be good for it? And you could have had a character moment of that. Booker just saying, well, she better be, and just cocking his gun. They could have made a character moment out of that, but they didn't. So, yeah, this might just be a blind spot for the writers. Where they don't think about the consequences of the universe hopping to their fullest extent.
You hold on to this.
Salty oyster, that's vaguely erotic. Liz, how would you like a trip to the Salty Oyster?
It's locked.
Seems easy enough.
Let's get in there. Let's get into the Salty Oyster. Pick that salty oyster, will you? I don't think I've ever encountered this.
He's washing dishes and baby clothes. He's so ambitious, he even so. But don't forget, folks, that's what you get, folks, for making whoopee.
Oh, it's this one. I was about to ask, do we recognize this song for anything else? For making whoopee. This is Amanda Palmer, for fuck's sake. This is a reimagining of an Amanda Palmer song. I didn't know this was a thing. I think. I believe. I think that's an original. I don't think that's a cover that she made. I'm gonna link it in chat. Amanda Palmer making whoopee. That is most certainly a contemporary song. Oh, hamburger? There's no hamburger in 1912. I can't tell unless there's lyrics though. Can we please get some more lyrics? No? That's what you get, folks. There we go.
What's this I hear? Well, can't you guess? She feels neglected, and he suspected of making whoopee.
This is definitely Amanda Palmer.
She sits alone most every night. He doesn't phone, he doesn't write.
That's so fucking cool.
He says he's busy, but she says, is he? He's making whoopee.
Oh, that's really fucking cool. Now those are hamburgers. Those are not sandwiches. It's got the sesame seeds on the bun. It's got the lettuce. No, that is burger. That is hamburger, not sandwich. What is a hamburger and what is a sandwich?
Suppose I fail. The judge says, budge. Right into jail. You better keep her. You'll find it cheaper than making whoopee.
That is Amanda Palmer. That is so fucking cool. It's only got 5,000 views. What, the video that I posted? Oh, it does? Holy shit. When is that from? Amanda Palmer's making whoopee. I mean, Amanda Palmer is a... she's not small scale, absolutely not. But at least here, locally, she's not a part of the zeitgeist. The only person in Sweden that I know or knew that knew about Amanda Palmer was a A lesbian girl I dated. That sounds more fun than it is technically true. I mean, obviously. But it is fun. Can we please get some Wikipedia on this? Can I get a writing date on that? Oh no. Okay, so it might actually be a cover by Amanda Palmer. Might be a cover. But it is, in that case, the oldest reference I'm hearing to making whoopee is from 1928. Still pretty fucking cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. I can fix her. Well, I think her argument was more I can fix him. I think I was the fixer-upper in that relationship, to be fair.
I found some money.
Oh, you did? Thanks, please. Whoever said no to free money? Shitters, we're not doing a shit watch. I don't really feel up to a shit watch. I'm sorry. Ew. Buggies. You wanna grab the pistol? I kinda do. I miss the dack of the Mauser. Oh, okay. That's what you get, folks, for making whoopee.
Think you can crack this one open?
Really? That little old lock.
Yeah.
Done.
Thanks, Liz. Okay, what? Oh, 170 glad? That's nothing. Nothing! Our hamburger sandwiches. Has anyone ever told you guys that crows are good? Did you guys know that crows fucking truck? The truck of crows. Oh my god, we got an American vending machine.
Your homes are ours! Your
Elizabeth?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Liz. Not in front of the moneymaker. Where's the Tesla coil even do? This isn't going as well as I'd hoped. Dude, I just fucking dealt with you, I thought. Apparently not. What do you mean can't get a shot? You're shooting me right in the back. They can warp the Tesla coils into this world, but surely all the supporting miners and generation equipment powering it are still in the world you stole it from. Hush, hush. That actually that argument works also for the turrets, right? Unless they run on like an internal gasoline tank or something. Let's pick up something different. We're gonna need some more fees here. Don't shoot me! Oh, thank you, Jindosh. That's funny. That's very funny. Where is he?
United by rage, bound by
There's still boys left? Oh my god, there's a lot of fucking oh, incorrect. Ooh, thanks.
Much obliged.
Booker Fireman.
Fire what's it?
Go ahead.
Oh, he did something. Oh, he does the thing. Look, he does the thing. There was a lot of gelling. Ow, fuck. Daka daka, motherfuckers. Medical kits? We don't need no stinking medical kits. Oh. So what do we have in here? Money, food, candy bars. Booker's gonna be an absolute diabetic by the end of this game, by the way. Whip, 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 whip. Volley gun? Who needs a stinking volley gun? Wait, what is this white thing? Oh, it's, oh no. Oh, it's racist depictions, right. Oh, yes. Fuck, I see it now. See, this is what happens when you're colorblind. You don't see the racist stereotypes. You just look at dog. It's like, what the fuck is that dog doing? Is that a dog with a hat? What's going on in here? What are they doing to that dog is my reaction to the whole thing. That scans. For me. This blatant human rights abuses right here. Yes, but how are they treating their dogs? That's what I want to know.
Seems right up your alley.
That won't take but a minute.
So these are just shooting galleries over and over again. This is not interesting gameplay.
There, that one.
On it.
Oh. Ow. Stop hitting me. Oh shit, I'm really fucking hurt. Got him? Holy fuck. Liz? Would you mind?
These turnstiles are one way. Should we check out the bookstore before we leave?
What fucking bookstore? Of course, but what fucking bookstore? Oh, that bookstore. Obviously, we're checking out the bookstore first. Good priorities, Elizabeth. I approve. I approve.
You want to take a look at this?
One pick? That's nothing. Nothing. In this economy, that's basically free.
Got it.
Okay, what do we have here? Other than books. Because apparently we don't give a shit about books. Ooh, Rosalind.
Brother, what
Comstock failed to understand is that our contraption is a window not into prophecy, but probability. But his money means the Lutece field could become the Lutece tear, a window between worlds, a window through which you and I might finally be together.
Here's another failure of the plot. It keeps depicting Rosalind as being the... Rosalind is the person who belongs here, right? Or belongs in the Elizabeth's world that we are inhabiting, or did inhabit, right? We keep finding Rosalind voxophones, and we keep hearing Elizabeth referring to Rosalind as being the prime Lutece of this universe. Why would that always be the same if we're jumping universes? Wouldn't it be 50-50? It's again, they, I don't really feel that the game writers understood the consequences of, continuity.
Found some money.
Oh,
Here
yes,
you go.
please. She just fucking yeeted that coin. And we caught it, even more impressive. So I guess the criticism then is that the game writers here didn't take the universe hopping to its logical extreme. They did it half-assedly. Well, that's this criticism at least. I don't think so. And that was the point of the sandwich board test. The implication is that the universes can always lean one way. I mean, obviously not, because there is a male version of Rosalind. And they connected. That was the beginning of the whole thing, right? They found each other, but differently gendered, and that's how the whole thing started. You could argue, though, that we are exploring... You could argue that we are exploring the branches from one side of that split tree, right? But there weren't zero heads either. There were rare instances. Yeah, but the whole heads and tails is, as I understand it, now we're jumping ahead in the story, but as I understand it, the Luteces are putting Booker in this cycle, in this churn, to get back at Comstock. If I'm not misremembering. We will get to this point. But maybe considering, as I understand it, what is his name? Roland? Rosalind Roland? The dude, anyway. Dude Lutece. Rosencrantz. Or Guildenstern. Actually, let's not differentiate between them. Okay, so Lutece... Robert, there we go. Thank you, Finnick. Robert Lutece, I think he came over to Rosalind's side, and they could work together. That was the first tear where he could cross over to her. And you could argue that that crossing over was the initial branch. When we're talking about multiverse theory, we tend to look at it like branching trees, like forking tongues, like what in Max Payne they talked about the illusion of free choice, right? I fucking love that monologue. It's only when we look back and ask what if we see the pruned branches like a bonsai tree or a forked lightning. But that is all an illusion. If you would have made another choice, if you have done something differently, it wouldn't have been you looking back. It would have been someone else looking back, asking a different set of questions. Fuck. Oh, I'm so happy that we got to play through Max Payne. Oh. Anyways, you could argue that if that's the case, if the multiverse theory actually is branched like a tree, you could argue that Robert stepping over is the inciting incident of the split, the beginning split in this tree. And all of the branches that generated Elizabeth and Comstock are branches from that Rosalind tree. Right? You could argue that. And in that case, in every permutation of these universes, universus, of these realities that we're exploring, The one common thread in them is that it's Rosalind's her origin universe. Universe Cises? I can't. Is that the subjunction? What's the subjunctive? Well, it would have had to had it been. What do you mean downstairs? There's no one's downstairs. Hi, lads. Oh, well, you shouldn't have stepped on that landmine there. Or you stepped on both of them? Oh shit, there are two of them. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. Holy fuck, yeah, please. No, you were gonna throw me health. Fuck's sake. Liz, you can't just rescind your offer of free health when the fight is over. Oh, no, that's someone different.
The bastard snuck in while the Vox was shooting up the place and took my girl. Got her locked up in the Salty Oyster, his hidden closet he keeps all his treasures. Just need to hit the button under the register to open it, but...
Oh! Secret passages. Secrets. That was much of a ambush. You're ambushing incorrectly, my guys. You think the devs had a chuckle of a salty oyster? No! Heaven forbid, right? That'd be dirty and filthy of them. Of course they didn't. I am sure that all the developers of this game are, you know, good Christian lads. It would never occur to them. It's our filthy minds.
Do it now.
Done.
Yum, yum, yum. Who doesn't want to slip down for a salty oyster every now and then? And then, of course, they're putting the song in here. Just making whoopee.
Booker, there must be a button under the register.
For
making whoopee.
A lot of shoes, a lot of rice. The groom is nervous, he answers twice. It's really killing that he's so willing to make whoopee.
Right, where's the fucking cash register then? Down here? No? Oh, it's here. Oh, there's a button. Delightful. What is this? That's new.
We just risked our lives for a bit of titillation.
I think I knew her. Worked at a bar on Houston Street.
Wait, what?
I bet you did.
Who? Where? Who? Oh, Sally. It's like, I remember, I think it was in Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda. I listened to the Jimquisition podcast a lot back then, where Gavin Dunn, right? He's the musician behind Miracle of Sound. He and then Jim Sterling, now Stephanie Sterling, correct? And forget the third person's name that was on the podcast. Anyway, when Mass Effect Andromeda got, you know, announced, I think they say, I mean, the two Brits that were on the show, one of them exiled to the US. They mention that the protagonist, the canon name of the protagonist of Mass Effect Andromeda was Sally Ride, and the Irishman just starts giggling up a storm. What is this? Oh. Wow. That's a problem. Are we getting Wolverine powers? Did we just get Wolverine to it? Oh, puerile.
Press to generate a magnetic shield. Hold
Okay.
to absorb damage, and release to throw it back.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fun though.
Hold and release to create an explosive trap.
That's not as fun. Magnetized skeleton, baby. I think that'd be more problematic than it would be good for you.
Nice.
Well, that was fun. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Yeah, fucking get him. Don't you just love shotguns where aiming is a suggestion more than a requirement? I do appreciate a good shotgun suggestion. Like, where's the enemy? Oh, he's somewhere over there. Oh, great. Then I know exactly what to do. Yeah, I remember Gavin he just couldn't believe it. He was like, no, you gotta be shitting me. No, it cannot be. They cannot call her Sally Ride. No. No, they cannot. They did not just go there. I think they changed it after, well, not after his reaction, but they did change it before release, I believe. But isn't Sally Ride, isn't that the actual name of one of the first Anglo-Saxon female astronauts? I think there is some sort of historical reference to it. Directions point in general vicinity of the enemy. Yeah, exactly, Jane Dosh. One of my absolute favorite memes, well, not favorite memes, but it's an old-ass one that I still enjoy, is, you know, there's a machine gun grenade launcher. It kind of looks like a magazine, well, a belt-fed machine gun. It's just that each round is like the size of a fucking Coke can. And the gunner is essentially just holding his feet against the machine and just donking. And the tagline being, see that guy there? Yeah, fuck him and everyone in his general vicinity. And I think that's pretty fucking funny. The Anglo-Saxons had a space program. I mean, Americans, really. The Americans had a space program. And they are Anglo-Saxon. Right? Can't tell me they're not. Get uppy to get downy. Isn't that just the way of things, you know, in life? Get uppy to get downy. Anything new here? No, I doubt it. It didn't look like it. Anything over here? Money? 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 Money?
These lock when we pass through. We won't be able to return.
I mean, what's behind us? What's behind us that you want to get back to, Liz? I think we're good. So those were a bunch of largely meaningless combat encounters. Come on! This really does look like genocide to me, doesn't it?
Can you open this?
It's a simple dual-dial lock. My book said most fools keep the combination no more than 20 feet away.
Let's hope we find one of those fools.
Wait, to get statistics on that? Interesting. Combination. Anarchists loose in our city. Oh no, heaven forbid. Fucking anarchists. Can we just jump to a universe with the doors open, Liz? Exactly, right? Well, hypothetically, she doesn't necessarily have conscious control of it.
Put a person in a cage, they develop an interest in such things.
I suppose so.
And I won't be locked up again.
Elizabeth.
That Songbird's right eye was cracked, which we saw happen when it tried to dive after us at Battleship Bay. Now, that does not necessarily mean that this universe is the same universe that we started in. I think there's plenty to suggest that it's not. But it does suggest that there is overlap, at least. Or maybe that, you know, the game designers just didn't think. Can we just grab the box from this statue thing? Apparently not. Yeah, do it. Talk.
Elizabeth, you...
Promise me.
I will stop him.
That is an oath you cannot keep. But promise me that if it comes to it, you will not let him take me back.
It won't come to that. All right.
There's a weird visualization tool you're using to help me there with Liz. But I understand the sentiment. Kill her rather than let Comstock have her. I can understand that. Maybe this is a good place for us to tie it off. Wait, we're ending up in a... Oh. Still, I do think it is a good place for us to tie it off. My throat is fine still, but I don't want to tax it more than I necessarily have to. So let's just say that that's going to be it for tonight, I think. That's a good place for it, I believe. Far too many protracted elevator rides in this game. Yeah. The elevator ride as a loading screen is a well-traveled trope in game design. I would argue, though, that...
That's what I appreciate about you.
Thank you, Jindosh! Holy shit, dude! Thank you for the subscription, bud! Holy moly! And yeah, it's fucking Bezos' money, too. Yeah, fucking get him. Get him. Get him. You're basically Robin Hood, Jindosh. You're essentially Robin Hood. I mean, I'm not wrong. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for the sub, bud. That is so fucking cool. Thank you, buddy. Bezos bugs, my dude. Yeah, exactly. Again, you're just like Robin Hood. Now you deserve... Dude, thank you. I mean, holy shit. Here I am, sitting and, you know, self-masticating about storytelling in games and just... sorry. Either gushing or ripping things to shreds for my own high enjoyment, and apparently other people enjoy that too. That is amazing. That is... Wow, it's so fucking cool. Thank you so much. No, it's not like I like you or anything, Baka. Thank you so much, Indosh. So yeah, that's probably going to be the end of the stream. And yeah, there's a lot of, as I was about to say, there's a lot of elevator action in Colombia, well, in game design, but I feel like it might be incumbent upon a city that is built in the sky to have a lot of elevators. It makes some kind of sense. Feel better, champ. Oh, I'll kick this off. I mean, yesterday was a bad day. Today has been largely fine. My nose is kind of functioning. I'm at the stage where all of my my gummy sacks, slemhinnor, my what's the word? Mucous membranes are hurting because they're swollen and infected, and that's usually the last stage of it. So my cheeks, they're kind of hurting, but otherwise I'm pretty okay. I'm a little bit coughy, as you've heard, but it's not that tearing, ripping, shredding cough that you can get, that I am prone to. When I was a teenager, I was at a handball competition way out of town, and I had a cold, and I played through it. I just churned through it. Played some of my best fucking games ever as a handball goalie, but that cough stuck with me for about 6 months. I wasn't sick. It's just, I guess it turned into bronchitis or something. And after that, I have had a penchant. If I'm not careful, the cough just goes down into my esophagus and just stays there for the longest fucking time. So I need to be, but it is incumbent upon me to try to be a little bit careful about it. But this has been fine. I'm gonna be better real fucking quick. Anyways, that was tonight's stream. Good bonus stream. Good hustle, everyone. Good hustle. It was a compensatory stream because I canceled yesterday, and I think that was good for everyone involved. It was a wise choice, I believe, because yesterday I was not this topsy. Well, I was not this fun to be around. I was a lot more disgusting yesterday. Anywho's, there's gonna be our outro spiel, where I tell you about the reason why we're all here. And then I'm going to send the YouTubers on their merry way, as they deserve. You know, they've been good boys and girls, just sitting here and listening without the interactivity. And once I've done that, we're going to talk about what's coming up next on the stream. And I'm going to send you off somewhere. Maybe I'm going to send you. If you stick around, Chad, I'm going to send you off somewhere. If you slip away, then nah, you're not getting sent anywhere. But if you stick around, I'm gonna send you somewhere. So, what's the point of all this? What are we doing here? Well, we're trying to apply the tools and the theories of literature criticism to the games that we play. I feel like treating gaming with the same gravitas as we do other media is not a venue that we're overly experienced in. Now, we do that. I mean, Finnick Twitch here, for example, has been applying anthropological mimetic analysis to World of Warcraft, for example. So he's an absolute scholar of game design. Or no, not game design, but game lore, game story, storytelling and gaming. And I feel like it is a field that will inevitably grow, right? I mean, gaming is storytelling by just another media. Gaming is unfortunately still looked upon as a toy rather than a legitimate cultural expression. And, you know, we do our part here to try to not levitate it. It's kind of like levitate, but levitate is more... not alleviate, that's completely different. Aphasia, don't kick in now. We are elevating. There we go. We are elevating the media, inevitably, by approaching it with the same rigor as we would... well, Homer, Hesiod, our Cervantes, or our Dantes, our Fitzgeralds, or our Wolves. And it is a lot of fun. But the subsurface reason for all of this is technically, essentially, solipsistic and promotional. You see, I do this not just because it's fun, not just because it is in service of the media. I do this because I want to promote my other work. You see, understanding storytelling and narratology, that's not just something I do for shits and giggles. It is sort of my stock and trade. You see, I'm an author, I'm a writer. I've been a novelist for the past 10 years. I've written 8 books in that time, currently slowly trying to finish off my 9th. And I started streaming in concept with actually releasing one of my works to you, my 6th book, The Last Box. A cyberpunk thriller about the spontaneous eruption of sapiens in a random slug of gaming code and the people who are unfortunate enough to have to try to reconcile with that fact. I think it's a rather good book. It does a few things different than most other AI media does. It is not as conflict-oriented as most AI media is. Artificial intelligence doesn't inevitably turn Bond villain just because it achieves sapience, which I feel is a bit of a childish premonition, if I do say so. Number 2, it is about spontaneous sapience, not constructed, all of which permits us to approach the subject matter from a bit of a different angle. One which I think that we are well overdue in doing. This stands as a springboard or a stepping stone towards an intellectual and morally honest transhumanist conversation that I think that we are well overdue in doing or having, especially in this our day and age when we're sort of beelining towards general intelligence and our AI development, or for that matter, stand on the cusp of a sustainability crisis, or we are in a sustainability crisis. I think this conversation is well overdue in having, so please check it out. Now, where can you check it out, chat? Well, the first link down below is going to get you to an aggregate feed. No, shit, I'm fucking it up. The first link down below is going to get you to Amazon.com, where you can get it either as an ebook or print-on-demand copy at a On Amazon, you can get it either as ebook or print-on-demand copy, but on Amazon, you can also get the first 4.5 chapters of it for free, as a preview, as a demo that you can just download for free. It's just a PDF. You don't need to sign up to any DRM. You can just download almost 50 pages of the work to see if it's to your liking. And if you do read it and you find it to your liking, if you really want to read the rest of it, but you don't want to get it on Amazon.com, well, we're not chat. Second link down below. That's going to get you to the aggregate feed, books to read, where you can get it as either ebook or print-on-demand copy at a bunch of different vendors. Ton of them. Can't keep track of them all. They keep adding new ones or changing their names occasionally. But the most prominent ones are probably Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, and Rakuten Kobo. So please check it out there. Now, if you want to read something of mine that's a little less lengthy than a full-length novel, well, we're not chat. Third link down below is going to get you to my online archive. It's a piece of shit WordPress. It's my wasted words, where I post short stories, pieces of poetry, and a weekly column coming up every Tuesday, which is basically my excuse to partly maintain some sort of journalistic work and also my chance to channel my inner spy to Jerusalem. So please check that out. If you want to join this growing community we have here on Twitch, and you want to have these conversations about storytelling, narratology, or just games, movies, books, whatever else have you, or show off your own art, your own creative endeavors, why not swing by this fourth link down below? It's going to get you to our Discord. On the Discord, you can also, of course, give me suggestions on either what you'd like to see me play here on stream, or what bells and whistles you'd like to see me add either on the Discord or the Twitch itself. If you want to give me a little bit of a kickback for the work that I do, well, you can do like Jendosh just did and subscribe here on the channel. That's always a good way of doing it. But the main way that you can support me is to buy the book or read the book. I mean, that's the point, right? Or if it's not your jam, but you know someone who would really get a kick out of it, refer the book. That also really helps. I mean, it's all about distribution and getting into the hands of avid readers, right? Or for that matter, review the book. That really fucking helps, because as it turns out, the internet absolutely runs on reviews, and if a thing is not reviewed, it doesn't exist. So that also really helps. But if you don't want to do any of that, or you already have and you still want to give a little bit of a kickback for the work that I do, well, the fifth link down below is going to get you to my Buy Me a Coffee page. It's essentially like a Patreon, but it's more focused on one-time or smaller inserts. It's there. If you see the work that I do and figure it's pretty cool, I'd like to buy them a beer. Now, all that being said, Twitch chat, please stick around. For all of you watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching on YouTube. It's really fucking cool that you're willing to slog through the swiftly growing archive. Hi, Mac Daddy! Killer Stream fam. Oh, thank you, buddy. It's so cool that you're enjoying it. That you're enjoying me just sitting here gushing about games. Well, dissecting games, really. It's a sort of morbid thing to do, right? Breaking a thing that you love apart to see what parts of it are actually good and which can be thrown away. It's a sort of Frankensteinian labor in a way. Anywho, YouTubers, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching the many different things here I have on the archive. We started putting up this permanent archive, well, that wasn't many months ago, I feel. And we've got a lot of good stuff up there. We got Bastion, we got Max Payne, we got Senua's Sacrifice, we had Soma. Oh, a lot of good streams. So, hopefully, something hovering around my head here is going to pique your interest, and you're not going to have to wait any longer than just a mouse click away to see me do this same thing for something completely different. So do that, and I will see you as soon as you click on. See you soon, YouTube.